What is going on, everybody? This is Rob Wilson of Arstellations, and welcome to Draw, Chat, and Chill. I am here with you with this wonderful, wonderful, beautiful Saturday of August the 13th, 2022, and we are here to enjoy this great weekend. I'm sure people have gotten the opportunity to sweat, get out in the sunlight, have fun with friends and family, and all that jazz, and doing all the things that you love to do, as have I. And now we're getting into the evening times and getting into the additional thing that I love to do, and that is draw, chat, and chill. In this segment, I'm going to talk a little bit about Comicsgate, which, of course, I first learned about back in 2018. About around the same time Young Ripper had started popping up on my YouTube feeds. And I remember I would get like these EVS Comic Artist Pro Secret updates of, stuff that was happening in the news. And more, I eventually started learning that I had similar interests and similar views to Ethan Van Sciver. And as I saw, they were doing live streams later on, years later, about a deployment and a half later, the whole crew, Shane Davis, John Malin, Mandy, and many others, which, again, I'm terrible with names, so bear with me. But short thing about myself, I've been drawing for about forever, since I was a kid. Didn't start off a young prodigy, didn't have the greatest, skills or whatnot. But I knew that I wanted to create my own comic book characters, and that is what has brought me towards my lifetime achievement goals on that path today. As I enjoy the last couple days of me being 39, I am pursuing my dream in full force with no obstacles in the way, as I learn also to manage my time. That's the last piece, the last Fig Newton that I have to get down. So without further ado, we're going to be doing some EFAPing, which is watching some Comicsgate videos, and I'm going to be taking some notes. This is how I learn, and this comes from what was stated as Rob and Bancroft, What is the Future of Comicsgate? And this I'm very interested in hearing about. It's a couple days old, not too long ago, but hey, if I missed it, it's new to me. Hopefully some of y'all in CG have gotten a chance to check it out. And I'm going to go ahead and take as many notes as I can, because I am always interested to know how the indie industry is changing. The CG portion of it is evolving, and what I can do to play my part to provide greater content and, learn as I get my books out as soon as possible, So I'm pulling the one-man show here, and, that's no complaint. Got to do what I got to do. Otherwise, I'm all talk. So let's go ahead and find out what's going on here with this segment.
It was a belly of tea, the winds blew up her bow, dipped down below my billy boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Oh yeah, and I'll be drawing in the background too. I'll show you some progress as we go.
Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Yo, what is going on, people? I am here. Mike is still coming. I think he was just doing a stream, a premiere over on his show. But it seemed pretty good. Pretty good. Even though Mike can't read clearly when it says Alan Goldman right on the page as who the artist is on the back cover of Perfect 10-3. Quite clear, Mike. Let's say hello, chat. Snuggie. Crackhead with the boobs. Indie Wrestling Aces. Stephen Rockwood. Holy hell, Camel's stream was endless. I don't know if you guys caught that. That was brutal today. That was like 2 hours of torturous Mario playing. It was horrible. Eighth Line's in the house. Dean's here. He says, it's not the future of CG matters. It's the friends you made along the way. That might be a rude awakening for me then. Scrolling down, Micro's here. Scrolling, Voyager 47. Pumps back. I haven't seen you in a minute, man. Good to see you. Richard Fawkes in the house.
Hail to the General Piggy.
Oh, he's
I
here.
see you making your rounds, brother.
Michael, how are you?
Keep on rocking.
You could have waited till I finished, Rob.
But don't I have to be going live for the raid to work? Is that how?
No. But actually, that works well because a lot of times people will bounce out.
I gotta
if
figure
they
out how
see
to
it's not
bring up
actually
my
live, so
You
did well.
chat.
Yep. Lord Ravener.
Maybe that would be the
one sugar,
to
one
do
tea, one
for
rum,
the,
please. Very good.
the
Mo
week.
Biggs. I noticed Mo wasn't in the game show stream, Bancroft. Is he not a fan?
He suffers. He suffers enough, I think.
Mm.
Don't need to make him suffer anymore.
Steven says, I'm still awake despite Camel having sucked all the energy out of me. Oh, that was rough today. I don't know. I've had a headache all day. And I don't know if that helped, Mike. That was a rough fucking stream, I've got to say.
I don't know what you're going on about. I thought it was fun. I had fun. I hope you all did too.
Sean for us in the house. Mo, Rob, you got a lot of nerve calling someone out for not being able to read.
That's true.
Nora and Rad's here. Ryan Johnson killing it on the memes lately. Jeremy Burtz is here. It's good to see so many people, which is great. Hail, Lord of the Rings. Hey, Hail, it's super late for me, but still wanted to drop in and give my support. House CG. I wonder if he's here, he or she, because of Crackhead's videos has been doing. What do you think, Mike?
Quite possibly. Like Jeremy is crushing it more than any of us. Like I thought, I'm like, oh, I got a nice big video with my Sandman. It's like 7K. It's one of them. He's getting 7K minimum on his videos, and he's got loads. It's funny because he doesn't really get big numbers because it's like a CG audience on the premiere, but it just like afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we should do House of the Dragon videos, Mike. I mean, I wouldn't have anything to say about it, though. I mean, Crackhead has knowledge.
We would just be like, yeah. So House of the Dragon, it's there's some dragons and I'm pretty sure there's some houses. Maybe the dragon will burn the houses.
Jasper's here. Good to see you, dude. Corey's been absolutely killing it, man. We'll show off his piece that he's done today. Let me bring that up. This is why I said to Corey, why waste your time doing
you were in the stream
when you can do
you're everywhere, man.
This good, Mike. Like
you are everywhere.
Simplify.
Stubborn.
Look at this.
Shout out to you for that, man. You really you know how to really
what, it's actually really like it's a
good
colorist
word
dream too,
that is
because
Comicsgate.
you could do whatever you want with that.
Hail to the General.
Almost anything would work and it would look good. So maybe he does need to do that. Although with your experience with colorists,
mate, I'm one
great.
bad color away from ending it all.
Postal.
It's I'm right on the edge, man. I tell you, right on the edge.
And it's separate from Kozar.
I don't have the YouTube window
I want to
open
get that book
in case
too.
people do YouTube stuff. So 1 second, let me grab that. Beautiful. Oh, look, yeah, D gifted 10 memberships. You legend, dude. Thank you so much. That's incredible, man. Just D's killing it, man. Just amazing.
D is like
Hey, you know what, man? Hey,
putting
I
all
gotta
our
give
kids through
credit where
college.
credit is due.
I know, right?
That's
Well, we
one
call it
thing. Like, if
university,
I see
but
somebody
we don't-
working, putting in the work,
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
I give 'em
They're gonna have
credit,
to
sure.
fight to get to university.
I ain't gonna fake it
Jeremy Burt's
or
comes back.
downplay.
Snuggie
Neither.
Melling.
That's not the kind of person I am.
Oh, did it do the crying Rob? Did it work?
Yeah, you can't see it in StreamYards. It's a shame.
Can you see? Oh, yeah, I can see it. I can see. Oh, yeah, look, Crackhead's done all of them. Fantastic. Yes, I love it. This is great. How cool is this? All right, scrolling down. I'm getting there, guys. Sorry. I hate that intro. Perfect timing. Frequency Girl, good to see you. You guys have a great show over there. I need to catch it more often. You like it too, don't you, Bancroft?
Yeah, it's fun. It's not. I'm normally starting work, so I don't get to catch all of it, but it's good. Where's the Mo Biggs?
Yeah, I got
emoji?
a bad Kozar. I got the
Crackhead had it.
the edition that's got like
Oh, I should be able to do it.
three-
I'm a member. What? I'm an idiot.
It's got
Yeah.
the full color. It's got
oh,
the
is that
black and
that one?
whites.
Where he's
And there's
like going
one
to shoot
more.
himself.
Yes.
I got
yeah.
that one. In fact,
See,
He should be
let me
black.
look.
He should be black.
Yeah, because Mo Biggs is a black circle.
Okay. Crackhead's killing it. Been
Just leave
wild. Pete Cullen. You're scrolling down. Lots of people in here tonight, which is great. BLT. Good to see you, dude. Yeah, can we expect an emotional damage from Rob by the end of the stream? I think so. I think we
I
can.
had to back the Barton
you
Bros
think?
first
Why are
book.
you guys
their,
encouraging him?
How to Draw Comics.
Like, you know what? If you had
stuff
Tip of my
if it
tongue.
was
helped me a
causing you
lot
pain
during
to
deployment.
suffer through 2 hours of us dying
They
in
put me
Mario,
back on track.
imagine that just
to drawing
condensed
comics.
into one little 1 second Rob Arnoldism. That's what it's like.
Everything I do is condensed into 1 second, Mike. The beam pads in here. Artsy S. Rob, don't gatekeep my first chat using one of your emojis.
Where is that?
Mate, I can't even keep up. I don't know where it is. Mike's gonna have to find it because
Yep.
Mike has
Kozar
sent it to me
Descent into
too.
Madness. I backed it January
scrolling
10th
down.
this
First
year.
chat, Mo. Hold on.
I got 4 books,
He
5
said, oh, he said
posters,
hello
1
to some
sketch.
people.
Frequency
Yeah.
Girl, Lord Ravener, Beam Pad. I think I've got you guys are chatting up a storm in the.
Yeah, I got the. I think
their
their top perk.
it is a good show, and he asks. It's mainly Neff asking the questions. I don't think that's unfair to say, but they're really good questions too. And he thinks about things from like more than one point of view, as opposed to like me, who is like, F this is bullshit. He'll kind of see both angles of it, and I think it's really cool.
It's a sign of a person with a high intelligence. You can do that.
Yeah, it's not me. I mean, no one's pretending, isn't it?
I didn't say that. I was just.
Courtney's Fellowship is here. Dim-witted chicken. You've changed the avatar, dude. Don't like it. Go back to the other one. Norman Rad says Rob's emotional damage has a mass of a black hole.
I think Rob the
Gretzky, the great Lord Ravner,
Replicator.
$2.
That's the one
Rob,
I haven't
feel
backed
as
yet.
though I have emotional damage.
Well, I may have.
Does that mean he wants me to say
Back
it,
so
Mike?
much stuff, man.
I think
guess he
it
does.
would.
have
If he
an
pays for a
amazing
super
library
chat,
here.
he does. Yeah. Oh God.
Well, I can't just do it on cue. I have to do
You
it.
have
when Mike's-
to.
I have to do it when
No, you
Mike's
have
not
to.
expecting it. When he's not expecting it, so then it makes him feel better inside about himself.
Okay. All right. So you're like you can like keep them. All right. Okay. In the clip, so to speak.
You know that episode of How I Met Your Mother where Marshall gets like 5
Never
free
watched the
slaps?
show.
Yeah, it's a shit show. But Marshall gets like 5 free slaps to use on Barney whenever he wants throughout.
I said I
time.
never watched the show. I don't know who you're talking about.
Another sign of high intelligence from global frequency is they don't gatekeep me like this. All right, put it on my tab. Right, Mike, what is going on this week? What is news with you, my friend? Are we friends?
Yes, we're friends. We're friends now. We hang out. We went to a restaurant together. Our kids played, although yours was a little shy. That's understandable.
Yeah, that's what I'm learning too. If
I have been
when I do my
working like a
campaign, I'm
dog, but
probably
that's
gonna
normal.
have at
I do
least
that
like
every week.
Mate,
sample
honestly, you've
book
got to
and
be
then the
one of the
actual
hardest
book,
working people in CG.
and then every
Now I need to translate that into being one of the best paid
J-Bot
people in
art.
CG.
What up? What up? What's
Yeah, I've
going on?
been doing the
Yeah, but
YouTube
the
thing.
more campaigns I
trying
end
to
up
grow the
Killing it.
doing,
channel.
general
That's
is
going well.
I'll keep adding books.
building the habit. Like the whole thing about making comics or doing YouTube or whatever is about building habits, and it's working. It's like, you know, early in the morning at some point I'll start thinking, okay, what video I'm going to do, and then I'll find something, and then eventually I'll draw, and then eventually I'll go and do a video.
What's going on,
and now I've
J-Bot
started
art?
these shorts.
How are they going?
They're going great, actually. One of them got over like a couple of hundred views. The other one got 100 and something. And they take no time at all to do. It's just literally you point your friggin' phone. I hold it up to the screen and, you know, talk like an idiot for 20 seconds. And then you put it on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, and you're done. I don't know. All you need is a couple of them to sort of hit.
Yeah.
And those shorts, like when they hit big. You're talking like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views. So yeah, maybe that'll happen. If it doesn't, oh well, it's like, you know, it's no nothing. I haven't lost any time or anything like that.
I like how you're doing your videos and you're tying it back to CG at the end. I think that's really clever. I think it is very smart. Mo says, you'd be shy too if your dad had a reputation for saying emotional damage in the cringiest voice of all time. It's true.
Got a point.
Bancroft loves talking about shorts and cock.
Yeah, like this week was the cock meme that took over. That was awesome. That was good to see.
That's
it came
great.
from the chat.
It always does, though, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. That was actually Neff and Mo who sort of put that 2 and 2 together. Actually, I will take some credit too. I was one who said it originally. It was a cock 3-way between myself, Mo, and Neff.
I love how you burnt Twitter down, though. Like, just all the haters just jumping on.
That was the brilliant part of it. It was a stream joke that I just put up on Twitter because I thought it was funny, and then all of a sudden, like, people were they were taking it seriously. Like, I mean, I don't know how it's right there. And yeah, they just took it, like they just jumped on the bait themselves. They're like, you're out fishing and they just jump in the boat themselves. You don't have to do anything. And yeah, they were like, oh, don't those guys, what are they talking about? They think they invented creator-owned comics, or don't they know what that acronym
I had some
sounds
trouble
like
sleeping
when you say
last
it out
night.
loud? And
so I spent plenty of time.
It was pretty good.
Working on one of my poster pieces.
Geek Hazy says, drop some bars.
Cover art
MC
for my
Bancroft,
next
Rob,
comic.
make a beat for him. Wow.
I won't be doing that.
You stood up to the plate. And,
I won't be doing that because freaking B-Rose will clip it out and play it for the next 6 months.
We've compared and contrasted CG and image a lot of times.
Reaper Destroyer I ordered.
Yeah, we saw.
Well, I mean, if you want
to
get serious about it, like someone said, I don't
Game
want to.
games just looks like so much fun.
Seriously, to any of the people who are laughing at it, because then I'm falling into their trap. Yeah, but if you do want to get serious about it, the point I was making was, you can do independent comics where you are the owner of the comic. But there's also, like, I remember Dan Frager telling me the story where he made a comic. He owns the IP still to this day, but he put it out through Image. And everyone's saying, sounds exactly like what Image is doing. Sure, Dan Frager, worked for 2 years on a book after work or whatever, getting this thing done, put it out through Image. And then after everything was said and done, even though he got 19,000 sales on the book, he made $1,700.
That's crazy.
It's like that's what I'm saying. That's independent
Yeah,
comics.
there's only two ways I'm
I'm
putting
not
out
saying
a
that's
book.
all independent comics.
It's
I'm
all
saying
either
that's what
through
includes in independent comics. What I'm trying to
it's either through Indiegogo that I'm putting out a book, and also I got I actually have an online store right now with one of my old comics, but that I can put out as well. But there's no way I'm putting it through, not even Image, because Images, I mean, they've been considered probably mainstream for a hot minute now. Uh, I guess now they're part of they make up the worst three: DC, Marvel, and Image. Damn, you know. Lisa, Image got cool. I got that Silver Reaper Destroyer Ash Can a few months ago. It was a great introduction. Yeah, I got Reaper Destroyer. Which one did I get? I'm gonna let this keep playing.
say is like I want to move to say creator-owned comics where people can actually make money on their thing. They're not going to middlemen. They're not doing all this other stuff. They're just selling direct to the customer and making a profit, hopefully. Yeah.
I would be
Was
really
IDW. I don't know what it was. Whatever it was like it was. You know, you don't own. Yeah, you own your IP, but you don't own Image. You don't own IDW. You don't own
Dang, they
Boom
got
or
Reaper
any of
Destroyer
those
3-inch
companies.
statue
Whereas if you put out a book on your
for
imprint, you do own it.
45.
It's all yours. You get everything.
I'd be really curious to know, and maybe someone in chat knows this, but has anyone got a deal with Image that hasn't come from the mainstream, right? Like, has anyone just pitched them a good idea with great talent and has made that happen? Or have they all had some sort of like half foot in the door?
I got the Reaper Destroyer triple threat.
I think a lot of people do. I mean, I don't know, but that's my impression that people pitch to
yourself comics
like
is
Kirkman.
is
I don't
the
know.
future.
Like,
Correct.
did he just
Very
want to make
correct,
a
J.
comic? I think it happens. But and someone was telling me a story about Kirkman.
Yeah, I got the Reaper Destroyer triple threat. One wraparound cover, one Shelby Robertson variant cover, and one black and white line art edition. So Joe Sontag, he was another good one too, as far as providing knowledge when I was out on deployment about the industry, comic book industry, and how to take charge and make it work for you.
Saying that he was going to actually give up on comics before it was signed as a TV show. He was like, he's not making enough money. He had a hit comic book, but he just wasn't making enough money from it. And that shouldn't be the case. Like if you make The Walking Dead and lots of people are reading it, you should be making money at the same time. So yeah.
Max Smith is publishing through Image. Isn't that your guy, Bancroft? Max Smith?
It's not my guy.
Furry guy.
I mean, he did like
Scurry.
he did like my Catacomb image, but yeah, it's Scurry guy.
Yeah, he's the guy I scared off your show, isn't he?
I'd already spoken to him. I'd already had plenty of DMs with Max Smith going back years and years and years. And then you're like, oh, I'm going to reach out to Max Smith. And I was like, we've already talked, Rob.
I did a Jasper, but without all the success.
Yeah, I like his work,
getting
man.
the person on the show. So
this looks like it's going to be pretty good.
Micro says, with the issue with Image, folks lose out so much after forced pricing in company cut. I just don't think Image is a viable option for 99% of people in comics.
Well, it is viable if you want to just put out a comic, like that guy said. He's like, you don't actually make any money, but you get to be proud of what you make. And it's like, all right, well, if that's what you want, that's fine. Go through Image or these guys, and you'll get your comic out there. People will talk about it. People know about it. But then, eventually you're going to have to start paying bills. And what are you going to do? I think it's much better to try and make it on your own. It's a lot harder, sure. But, there's, look, I don't know how many people are going to make it in terms of being able to turn what they're doing into a viable, sustainable, ongoing business. I don't know. No one does. But I think the best option that we're seeing right now is to do what Ethan and Ripper and Shane and John Malin have done. I think they're the ones who are actually making the most money
What's
in
going
independent
on,
comics
Anthony Savoy?
because they
You
get all the
say
profit.
General Piggy mentioned The
Yeah.
Walking Dead was the first comic I ever read.
Yeah,
That was about.
I don't think Image is
Oh man, The Walking Dead was the first comic you ever read. Man, that's taking me back. I think the first comic I ever read, it was either a Superman or a Spider-Man book, and there were comic shops in back in the '90s when I used to live over in Forestville. Man, between playing video games and buying comics, my parents they said don't ask for nothing for Christmas because I was trying to stock it up.
viable, like I said, for the majority of people because I don't think you can get in it unless your idea is outstanding. I just don't think. I'd really like.
Well, I think
I'd love
if
someone to prove me wrong in the chat and say, yeah, this person had no experience and they got their book published with Image. I'd love to see that, but I just don't think it happens.
isn't that how it should happen though? Like you work your way up through the indies and then you eventually go to the big two.
It's funny though, like Mike, like you come across, and probably not you because you're not on Facebook anymore, but you come across people that are all like, oh man, I've got 5 pages and, I'm going to pitch to Image. And once it gets picked up, you'll get paid on the back end. So many of those happen and they never go anywhere.
I'm trying to have complete work.
Yeah, I don't know when I started thinking I should give it up. Kozor's going off recently, which is great. They were under 600 backers not too long ago, and they're up to 643. They have the proofs in hand right now, and I think they're just waiting on printing. So if you haven't looked at this, it looks amazing. I mean, Bancroft, we've talked about this before. I've talked about it with Corey and Clayton. We didn't think, we were scared. Let's put it that way. We were apprehensive about how this was going to print color-wise, but it looks fucking amazing, dude. Like what they've got is top,
but that
notch.
I think what they've got on the campaign page
doubt.
there is not the colors that they ended up with. They did a lot of work between here and now.
No super vicious deadlines.
Getting those colors
a good thing.
Workable. Yep. And like that plus John from Bambra is just, I mean, they look amazing. I can't wait to see.
It's gonna be great
to see all this.
I backed this campaign like 3 times, and I'm glad I did because I've got the Kanan cover, I've got a normal cover, I've got a black and white cover, so I'm set, man. The black and white.
I have to go back and check. I remember I got the black and white. I gotta go check and make sure I got like enough. I think I want that Kanan cover.
I'm wondering if it would be good for me to start
sick
doing
in print, dude. Like
trading cards.
Corey was showing me the other day. I think that almost looks the best one
because I can have those out and available to sell a lot.
Corey
faster
says we got
than,
an even thicker cover now, and we've sent to get everything printed now too. That's it. So they're at the printers, man. Corey, go shout that from the rooftops, dude. You're at the printers right now. Go back this book while you still can.
Well, they'll probably keep it in demand, They'll probably print extras and keep it in demand. And I did that for like...
They were talking about closing it. And I'm like, don't...
10 months? I sold so many books. I made like a minimum $1,000 every month. It was so good. Just having an in-demand store.
They were talking about closing it. I'm like, nah, you got to keep it open. You got to keep it open for at least when you get printing. And then when you got to keep it open for when you tell everyone you're shipping, and then you got to keep it open for when people actually get it in their hands. So it's like 3 massive milestones that you could potentially miss out on if you close it early. So I'm glad that they haven't, and I think that when people get the book in their hands, they'll get a lot more backers.
Maybe
I think they'll hit first. 700, if not
more.
And
that'll force me to do more traditional art too, because I just got so many tools at my disposal.
Corey says, please back more Kozo. We've got to top those Bancroft and Rob guys. unboxings
been
will
my
sell
go-to.
books. Yeah, I agree. I think it
Yeah,
looks great.
those unboxings and reviews.
Thanks, I appreciate it, Sam.
Like
By the
they
way,
must have
I
sold
love
me
the
so
look and
many
design of
books.
your channel.
It
Yeah.
seemed like for
Graphics
like a
rock.
month and a half, the
Appreciate it,
Lucent was
man.
just
You know,
everywhere,
I do.
all over YouTube.
I was doing
get
some
these
graphic design
notifications. There's another
for a
one
little
come
bit,
up. It was
and
cool.
then I realized, hey,
I'll do it again.
that wasn't.
It'd be interesting
my
to speak
calling.
to the guys about what they think they've learned from this one, because this has
Comics
been
are.
an effort
So-
for them to get this
That's why I
finished.
stuck
I
with
would
to
that.
say
where
that I would guess they learnt everything.
Yeah.
And,
I think like you can tell someone like everything that they're going to go through.
I use
but
Canva.
until you actually go through
Canva
it
is
yourself,
awesome.
It doesn't really sink in.
I know it's for iOS.
But yeah, they're putting in a ton of work.
But,
But I like bringing up campaigns
I
while we're
feel that
talking about
need.
stuff for the guys that pop in the chat. Like that.
I felt like that's one of my trademarks, to make sure I have a unique thumbnail every show, if I can get to it. Sometimes I don't always have one, but I try to have as many of them as possible, because I do annual reviews of like everything I'm working on. And yeah, that's how I'm rocking it. Let me see. So I love the Draw Chat and Chill. I started it originally on Twitch, and now spreading it to the world.
Death, Joe Ball. This is insane, man. He's added what 500 and
death.
22 backers in demand.
That thing sounds crazy.
Networking, baby.
Amazing.
Yeah, Joe, correct me if I'm wrong. You are now attached to Yellow Flash's book, I think.
Ooh.
And through that, I think he made connections with Ricada Law, was able to get in front of massive audiences, and now finally this book is getting the recognition that we all knew it should have, but we don't have that sort of
Canva
reach, so,
it's an app.
it's really cool to see this just kicking
you can
ass.
do so much stuff on Canva, create slideshows and all that good stuff.
And I can't believe some of the pages he's showing off, and that he's going to color it, and it's 300 pages.
You can add what's supposed to be copyright free music, but YouTube, they'll copyright strike you just for the sake of it, just because they got free time.
It's like, it has to be the thickest creator-owned comic I've heard of.
Yeah, and like shout out to him for putting in the work, like getting on these channels, because he's done amazing. To get that many backers in demand is crazy. So consider having a look at this one too. Dave Brink, man. 278 backers. It should be more. Great. Look at this art from Alan Goldman, Mike, right here.
Nice
See how
art.
it says it right on the page?
Yeah, but it said additional art by Alan Goldman, and I was like, that was like, I felt that was a little ambiguous. So I was like, does that mean that's this piece, or that's what's happening in the book? Because I know this goes on the back cover. I didn't want to say it and be wrong, so I just hedged my bets and just read all the names, and that was it. But yeah, it looks great. Looks fantastic.
It does feel, though, I know we say this all the time, it does feel a lot about
Nice.
not necessarily how
one.
good your product is, but how
That's a cool
much you
pose.
get yourself out there, and how many
What's the name of
people
this
you can
book?
get your product in front of
Perfect
to
10.
determine how successful you're going to be.
I think I
It is
I
what
don't
it
think I
is.
got
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. Dave
have
was
heard of
saying
it.
earlier in the chat, he's like,
Let me
I don't
see.
know how I could do what Ripper does. Well, I
Let me
mean,
see what's going on with this Perfect 10.
I don't
I don't
think
know if
really
it's
anyone
still,
can, but we can
if the
try.
campaign is still
I've actually
ongoing.
got thoughts on that. We can round back out to that
Okay, cool.
later on.
I do have a question for you and for everyone in chat, and I have my thoughts on it too. But I know we don't like saying who's gonna be the next person to do 100,000, because we don't want to put any kind of like number on what a campaign's going to do or not do. But Bancroft, who is the next person that's going to break 100K? Do you have a what?
I was channeling John Malin. That's what he said. So like Ethan said, who's better, you or Shane Davis? And he said, me. And then took a drink from his 40.
Perfect
So I
10.
just thought I
Issue
would
3
channel
in
some John Malin
Crossworlds.
there.
Oh,
Yeah, Irene is yeah,
that was my guess. I think it has to be. I think she's the most likely out of everyone to break 100. She gets really good views on her channel. Her book's really popular. She's really
popular. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's the best bet to break the next person to break it.
Original
Here's
Splash
a question for you and for everyone in chat as well.
308.
Can you break $100,000 in CG, right, without Ethan's help? What do you think, Mike? Because I think the answer is
Go
no.
ahead and back this. See what's going on.
Processing.
That's an interesting question. Probably.
Von did it. Did he though? I don't think
On
he
what?
did.
On Monster MD?
Yeah, I think he had help.
No, there was loads of. No, Ethan promoted the hell out of Monster MD.
Yeah, man.
I'm
That's
gonna
what
say-
catches my eye. I try to draw some ladies like that, you know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, what do you mean
Kenneth,
without Ethan's help? Like Ethan not mentioning it at all?
I think more like Ethan having you on his show and promoting it, kind of thing.
All right. Well, having you on his show and promoting it, then obviously, yeah, Roquefort doesn't go onto Ethan's show. It's too intense for Kenneth. Yeah. No, absolutely. Ripper. There you go. Ripper didn't do it.
Ripper
he
doesn't
did do it.
count
He did-
though, because
he
he's
did
got his
get promoted.
own massive audience. I'm
He
talking
actually did
about
get onto it.
I want to get the
CG.
big bundle, but
within CG.
oh yeah, that's true.
Yes, it's just very rare, and I think it is like we're going to like the direction that we're headed is that we're
I'll just
like,
get the
it's-
feature one then.
yeah
Both covers.
we're going towards it where that will become a more and more of a possibility. But I think all these
Both covers.
it's difficult to imagine a campaign getting to
issue 3 in
100,000
Crossworlds.
and Ethan not mentioning it or promoting it. Like
Mm.
that's I mean, I just don't see a situation where that would happen.
Shipping's not too
And,
bad.
You know, Ethan will have anywhere now between 900 and 1,300 people watching on every stream.
The
So
perk is 38.
it's
And
gotta
the
make a
total is like
difference.
51. So that's not too
Ryan
painful.
says it's hard to separate the two since EVS wants all CG creators to do well. The reason why I ask it is because I think Irene's going to do really well.
Just back that perfect
by
10.
herself. I don't.
That's a good
know
name for
if
a
she'll
comic,
break
too.
100K without Ethan's help. That is what I would say.
Shared that
It's the
on
same with
Twitter.
I don't know
it's the
about
same
that.
with you,
I
Mike.
don't know about that.
You don't? Yeah, you think she can?
Yeah,
she's got it in the
I
bag?
think.
Now we're rocking.
Yeah, but it's like what you're talking about now is like untangling, like uncracking an egg. You know, like she's here. She's goes on the Kings. It's like you can't. And we don't need to count like where did this money come from? Who got her that money? Like that's just
If I had the
silliness.
funds, I mean, I'd get the biggest tier. I think the biggest tier is like 310 now.
It would think the
308
situation of CG promotion
Euro.
as it stands,
but
it would just be too
I'll rock it another time.
difficult and
you know, for the
unnecessary
next
to
book.
like unpack. Anyone that's going to be making $100,000 campaign and like seeing like, oh, where did Ethan promote him and stuff like that, it's like I just don't think it's like a sensible kind of question, because everyone is like at that level. If you're making 100,000, you have to be on Ethan's radar, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Quick
Do
question.
you think I have sensible
Infinity
questions,
Comics,
Mike?
what's
I mean,
up?
they're not sensible
Quick question.
questions, Just questions.
Um,
Stephen Rockwood says, I predict the Phil
pretty much-
Diaz and Dale Kearn will break 200.
I pretty much finished my sketch on one of my future comic book covers. Y'all want to see? I'll sneak peek it here just for a quick sec. I still got to add the background, but I got the main theme all done. So y'all drop some ones if y'all want to see my future comic book cover. Cause like the stuff I posted in whatchamacallit, in the CG group, like my best work, that's old stuff, man. That is old stuff. Here, I'm gonna come back to that stream in a minute. Let's see where you at. Where you at? Bam! One of my assassin characters. I gotta finish her shading over here, and then I'm about to ink this bad boy. Or should I say bad girl, technically, right? But yeah, man. I mean, this is how I draw now. So like the stuff I put in CG in the group is kind of old. So this is how far how much was it how to draw comics has helped me with a lot of my stuff. And then I got background stuff to add too. Let me see. Oh shoot. Yeah, all this stuff I got to add to it. I'm missing one more thing because it takes place in the future. So I got clouds, the whole nine. I'm gonna have some fun with this. And this is like how I draw some of the buildings too. All kinds of air traffic control needed. So yeah, that's what I got. So Novera, she will be returning or making her re-debut in Virgin Kill Paradox. That I guarantee. Let's see here. All right, we'll get back to this.
1,000. Oh, we got Frequency Girl too, a new member. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
I appreciate it.
I'll show people what.
Said nice
they
definition.
Hang on, are you
Yeah,
talking about new pit? 200,000?
Yeah, so
Put another.
what I'm working on is the best way I can define it. Yes, it starts off in sci-fi, futuristic, dystopian, but I'm a big sucker for continuity. I can't promise that I'll be as good as Eric July plans on being, because he got his stuff down. But that's what I'm planning on doing. Big continuity. I got about 5 or 6 big stories that will interlink and intermingle in different ways with the characters, and not really doing timelines. Excuse me, not really doing multiverses, but kind of my own thing and my own twist on it, where it'll still be different and unique. J Bot Art, thanks, I appreciate it, man. So yeah, a lot of times when I stream, I'll be showing the same thing over and over and over. It's because some stuff I can't always show,
5
you know,
zeros.
or that often. Just for those
That'll
who's
be
paying
2
attention.
million.
Jasper has a
I'm
question.
excited
What
about
what about thoughts on creators who will only appear on Ethan's channel when they're in the campaign period, Rob? That's a really good question, Jasper.
Yeah, thanks. I
have thoughts
appreciate
on
it,
it.
guys.
I want to stay on this for a tiny bit longer.
Yeah.
Or do I? No, I don't. We're going to move off it. This is just me, right? This is just
Trying
me.
not to
I don't
make the
think
same
you can just
mistakes,
show
as
up
DC
when
and
it's
Marvel.
promotion time. I don't think you can. I
Phil
think
Diaz,
some
Del
people
Keon
do,
will break.
but I think
Oof,
the chat, the
200,000.
fans don't like it. What do you guys think, Mike? What do you think, Mike?
I don't think it's that much of a problem. I think it's people are busy. You know, people are doing their own things. A lot of people are building their
That's
own
part of the
channels.
reason
Like
why
they
I'm trying to
don't
make
have.
sure I build my channel.
Ethan does
you
long
know.
streams.
Y'all
Like,
see this?
you
Please
never know
be
if you
sure to
jump on
share
an
my
Ethan stream.
channel.
You don't
on
know if you're going to be
YouTube
there for 2
Rumble
hours or 10.
Twitch.
I've actually, I think it was the first time I went onto an Ethan stream. I was there for 10
Because
hours.
I'm really trying to put this stuff out here
You
and make it
yeah.
my
So
livelihood.
look, I don't think it's a problem, but I think you
Full-time
would do a lot
CG.
better if you were to show up more often and just hang out. Yes, that's absolutely true. But it's like a lot of the times, if I'm watching a stream like that and just say like today there was John and Cecil in there, I'm not getting in there. I'm not jumping into that trio. That's like hallowed Comicsgate ground. You don't.
And that's coming.
I don't
from
want to jump
Mike,
into
who's
the
good at
middle of that.
YouTube. That's coming from you, who's good at YouTube and is a good guest and a good showrunner as well. And you're like, I ain't stepping into that.
Hail to the CG.
Well, I don't want to ruin it for everyone else. And you know, and plus like, but yeah, it's like I don't think it's that much of an issue.
having so much
think,
fun watching their streams too.
You know, if someone's happy to promote you, take
it's a
them up
damn
on
party.
that offer, whether or not you're there all year or whether you're only there for a couple of weeks while you're promoting.
So I hope everybody had a great
what I
Saturday.
What are people saying in chat? Lots of good comments.
Or are about
Antoine
to.
says, I think if your book is good, you can just show up to promote it. If your book is shit, showing up all the time really helps. I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I kind of like if someone just shows up when they've got a book to sell.
But what do you mean show up? Does that mean like on the panel? Because Kenneth doesn't really stream unless he's campaigning. Yeah,
but
and everyone.
Kenneth is always around though. Kenneth is
always he's in the chat.
He's in the chat.
So is that what you mean?
A little bit. And he's happy to come on though as well. Like he's happy to come on the smaller shows. I think that goes a long way with
Don't
Kenneth.
worry.
I don't know.
You're about to be set free.
Ronco pops in here.
It seems like you don't know.
You think I have some sort of clarity on any issues? It's just it's wrong.
You're about to be.
Rob doesn't know whether he's coming or going.
I'm getting that feeling.
Geek says Rini is great and her book looks very good, but I fear the book genre is not quite attractive to most of the traditional American public. It's more for a manga audience.
I think that I don't think that actually matters all that much at the levels.
And General Piggy, when you do get off work, party on, dude. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, classic
that we're selling. Like I think you're only going to run into a ceiling when you're getting up into the thousands and thousands and thousands of books sold. People have all kinds of different genres and styles and everything in CG. And I think for the most part, they don't come anywhere near kind of tapping out interested parties. I think before they get to that, their reach kind of reaches its limit. So, yeah, that's what I think.
I think, like with Kenneth, he's such a likable guy too, like credible artist, but he's really likable.
Are you gonna read Mo's comment?
Yeah. Mo says, "What if the book isn't crap, but
too.
the creator is?" Rob, you can speak from experience on this topic. I think you just got to keep trying, Mo. You just got to keep going until people like you.
Pity sales are just as good as any other sale. The money is still just as valuable.
Antoine says Rini still hasn't let us see if she has a curvaceous body.
I think she's shown off her body on plenty of occasions.
Why do we need to know about Rini's body? That's the question.
He's the one who brought it up.
You're the one who's going in deep on it, Mike. Crackett says her book has a lot of Western fantasy elements to it, though. I hate manga and I liked Rini's book. Yeah, I wonder if fantasy is not that popular a genre in comic books.
Say that again.
I wonder if fantasy is a less popular genre in comic books than whatever else. Like,
I
is it
think it's
harder?
becoming
Well,
more
that's
and more
tricky
popular. I
because
think like I'm seeing so many more fantasies come.
with fantasy comics, you got how many different variations of fantasy is there? Is there sci-fi, medieval fantasy? Um, I'm not sure. I think there's a few different fantasies out there. That genre is pretty big. I guess the biggest of the fantasy genre is like the medieval stuff, where you got your fairies and your knights and your dragons, right? Maybe in the comic book section. Let's see. We'll do. I got cover A for Groken 2. Yeah, which one did
coming
I
out and
get?
people getting excited about them.
I know I got
And
Groken
plus,
2.
Rainey's style is in line with very popular American manga and sort of high quality web comic style. I don't think she'll have any problem finding readers. Like, I think it's actually a very popular style. It might not be super popular with people in CG who are refugees from the mainstream, but I think there's a lot of people in CG who aren't that.
I got the all covers plus sketchbook
Superheroes
1.
of fantasy, more like traditional fantasy, like swords and shields and warriors, that kind of thing.
I think I wouldn't call superhero fantasy in terms of like, I think fantasy is its own thing. I get it.
That's
it is
a lot of
fantasy.
covers.
It's like fantastical and everything. But I think superheroes have their own tropes, leading of which, like one of the leading tropes of fantasy of superhero is that when you get powers, one of the first things you do, and you really don't even need a motivation, is you decide to throw on a costume and go out and fight bad guys. Like that's a trope that exists in superheroes that doesn't exist and no one would accept in any other genre.
That's a good question from Jasper. Speaking of genre, do you think Andy Smith pivoted away from First Man because the IP didn't catch on like the other established guys? That's a really good question, man. Mike and I talk about this kind of stuff previously, where you've got to have the right IP. I don't know if everyone has found it yet, but I don't know. What do you think, Mike?
I don't know. I was reading the chat and I got distracted.
Mo Biggs Bancroft didn't even read what was right in front of him, said Rob.
Yeah, that's what I
I
was
know,
reading.
man. And a lot of this stuff is like study material for me too, to see how
I found that
how
actually
it's
that's
done the
actually a good
best.
point that Genuine just brought up, who said if you attach fantasy to everything, even though everything is technically fantasy, yeah, I found that on CG Now I was putting action in front of everything. Everything has action in it. Even a story like mine has action in it, even though you would never call it an action story. So you can't. Yeah, action is a completely useless genre. Fantasy it's only useful if you keep it locked into wizards, sword and sorcery, high fantasy, that sort of stuff.
Yep, seeing the medieval stuff.
Oh, you ask about Andy Smith. Like, yeah, should he? I mean, no, I think, yeah. If something is not getting the numbers that you thought it would, and you're not like completely married to that idea, yeah, try something new. That's smart.
I think it's hard to know if your IP is the one you should be on, though. Does that make sense? Like if that's your successful idea, the one you're working on, or if it's something else that you don't realize yet and you have to switch to it. Like, I feel like you found your IP, Mike, because people resonate with that.
I just made up my own IP and my own genre.
Gotta
Actually, I was
your own.
like,
Let's see, I believe
watching the Sandman show again.
Only sketchbooks.
It reminded me
have,
how like
Aaron
I did have kind of
Lopresti
latent
and
inspiration from that series way
Irene
back in the day,
Findish.
even though I don't think it was
Findish.
directly inspired by it. Like maybe
Nice.
subconsciously there were some things.
I
which
got some
makes sense.
digital
It's all about
copies of
dreams and a dream
Michael
world and all that
Turner's
sort of
work.
stuff. But
like a few of his sketchbooks, but
yeah, I mean it's
they're
hard to know.
digital.
I mean, even if the Lucent sold 100 copies, I wouldn't change it. I'm not like I would have just done something else with my life. I'm very happy that it got 1,000, because that means like, oh, maybe I can actually make a go of this for real. If I only had 100 backers, I'd be like, okay, well, I'll keep doing it, but I won't try and build a career out of this, for example.
Nora Red says, why not go back and forth between two IPs? Who can do that successfully? Like, seriously.
Shane Davis.
That's it. Like, no,
Sure,
like, seriously though, like, who can? I think the problem with going back and forth with two IPs is you need to be able to get books out quickly, right? And Jasper will attest to this. No one can. No one's doing it. No one can get books out quickly, apart from maybe Shane, apart from maybe Malin as well, if you want to put him in that category. I don't think the majority of people can do it. PTP, yeah, that's another one.
So lots of people.
3 people, Bancroft, out of 200. 200 creators in.
And someone said Shane pivoted. He didn't pivot. He had that all.
Imagine going back and forth in between
like he knew
5
exactly
to
what he was
6
doing
IPs,
from the start.
maybe 5 books.
He had Inglorious Rex sitting there
back
waiting
to back
in the
to
wings
back,
the whole
and then
time.
switching to the next IP,
And
back
he chose
to back.
launch with Starlight
That's
Cats, and everything proceeded
talking about some life's
according
work
to
right
his
there.
design.
Graham, yeah, that's a good chance. Aaron, I don't know how quickly Aaron gets out books. Ethan, no. John,
Well, he's doing Thingo.
He's doing to.
I don't know he's going to do that ongoing. Yeah,
but I mean, is he getting them out quick enough to make a second IP work? I'd say the answer is no, and that's like not me trying to be mean. I think like focus on Cyberfrog. That's what people want.
Antoine has a good point that I just wanted to see brought up. Not
agreed,
that one.
Rob.
No, before that.
Jose Garcia.
Is that
I mean,
what
we're
your
still
boy
waiting
Zach
on
is
that.
doing?
That his book. What's
He's
his
going
book?
between like a bunch of
Bancroft, what's his
IPs
book
at
called?
once.
Luminavox.
Luminavox.
Yeah, but that's because he's drawn 20 other books in the meantime. Literally, that's not even hyperbole.
But does that matter?
Hyperbole
though?
or whatever it is.
It doesn't matter what else you've got going
Well,
on.
he did get COVID for like 8 months or something. So
Made some pasta
I
before
see
I
a
came
clear
on stream.
line between fantasy and
Only
science
had a little
fiction,
bit because I
fantasy
knew I
and
would have
worlds
been
of
too tired
abilities
if
that
I
are
had too
wholly
much.
divorced from scientific principles. Yes, couldn't agree more. It's funny those two things are lumped in together, sci-fi, sci-fi fantasy. Sorry. No, yeah. If there's no scientific basis for what's happening in your story, it is not science fiction.
Oh yeah, he got
That's why the
classic
Lucent is not
artwork
science
right
fiction.
there.
It's not the
Swamp
Matrix.
Thing.
Diaz brothers tend to get a lot of alternate IPs out, so there's probably about 5.
Another
people.
one. So there's like 10.
5.
Okay.
Like 5.
You could stay here all night and just prove
Now
you're
I
wrong.
got the name with the
Let's
face.
do it. We got 2 hours. Let's do it.
Let's see, Irene.
Mike, this is something that you'll hate that I bring up, right? I think, and chat, let me know if you agree, disagree. I think you have possibly the potential to break 100. What do you think about that?
Who are you talking to? Me?
We're going
Okay.
full circle.
Oh yeah,
We're
that's
going back
right.
to the original topic here. Yeah.
I remember.
You're talking to me?
Yeah.
I don't think I got that one though.
I think
I'm
like
working towards it.
I think like you'll never say, I want to break 100,000 or we're going to break 100,000. I think there's a possibility that you could do it. What do you guys in chat think? Do you think he's got a shot at it? I mean, feel free to comment on it, mate. Feel free. Any comment would help.
I can't comment on it.
What
It's taboo. Mo says, yeah, at least in dollary days.
So
yeah,
that would be about
Ninja.
That would be about 70,000 US.
Various theology books.
To make 100,000.
Narzak.
It's look,
Jawbreakers. Jawbreaker sounds familiar.
I don't want to comment on it. I don't want to Sean
go
Sean
to hell
Gordon
as
Murphy
a one shot.
So,
Nice.
I think to break 100 though, like you have to have like an incredible launch date, because if you don't, you're playing catch up, and it's so hard to make up that difference if it's not on the launch. Don't you think?
Well, the good thing about me is I have my own car. I can drive that car around whenever I like, and get pretty good views on things. And I mean, you know, it'd be really helpful if I got sort of like an internet canceling. I don't want to get like a real life canceling, but just like an internet canceling would be really helpful. Like that's like $30,000 just in that, right there. So I don't know.
Oh
Maybe
yeah, I
that'd be a bit more
forgot. That's the best
controversial.
way to blow up
Sumo
the
says,
channel.
I get
For
nervous
a
when
channel
Rob
to get
starts a
big.
sentence with, I think.
Cancel culture comes for you,
Me too.
man.
In 2 years' time, Michael will reach 100K. Yeah, I think it's
Monetize
possible.
the
D
hell
says,
out of
I'm really
them.
looking forward to it after reading Pain of Death for a second time. I want to know what happens next. Hopefully some action, Mike. No? Okay. Antoine
Yeah,
says,
no. I'm just thinking. There's well, there's the action sequence from the preview, and there's quite a large action sequence at the end. It finishes on a big
slap fight.
No. It's a proper fight.
I literally want to draw
I say
comics
it's a proper fight. It's
until
like
I can't
some
hold
people,
the pen no more.
Yeah, it's probably won't be
And
able to
even
show
then,
that page on the campaign.
I'll pay somebody
page.
to draw
Let me
it, and
just
I'll
say that.
still have ideas.
Oh,
And it's
I
a
like
different,
that.
like there's different kind of tension in the Lucent. It's not all about punching and kicking and that sort of stuff. It's like when people have amazing powers. This is the whole thing. It's like why mine isn't a superhero genre, even though people have powers. Like when people have powers like that, I don't think they would use them very often. Like the threat is enough to keep people in line. So that's the way I see it.
Antoine says, Bancroft definitely has a shot at it, but it won't be easy. If he keeps pushing content like he's done recently, then it's a strong likelihood. He also says action and violence is overrated. Let's have an actual story too, Rob. I like violence. Mo says, Waking Dream was very well reviewed. Bancroft's channel is 10 times the size as it was when he launched that book. The new book is better value with more pages. His art has improved. All true. All true. One thing that I have noticed in some campaign Bancrofts is the lack of higher tiers. Like I'm talking like $200 to $1,000. Do you have something in that kind of range? Because I feel like some people neglect it, and it's a massive mistake if you're trying to seriously get to 100,000. I think it's a serious concern.
Oh, my calendar girl fell down.
You do.
Oh, well.
You really do. What do you have anything there?
Well, I'll have my prints.
I guess she
like
got
those
tired of
one-off
hanging all
exclusive
day.
prints. I got to think about that. There's another idea I'm floating around.
Hardcore.
I'll have to like research. Something like this.
$1,000 tier.
I move things around.
I'd have to do my research on
that.
that.
I really like
$2.
this.
Rob has plenty of tiers. Thanks, Antoine.
I really like this from
nice
full screen.
Because what's that tier that Ripper had? I think it was like $5,000 or something like that, where you get canonized. So I guess your name's put in a book or something like that. That's crazy. But hey, somebody got it.
From Maddie Fowler.
Yeah.
Retro graphics. It's a Psycho 66 album size, so like bande dessinée size. Just a black and white. You get to see all the line art.
Oh, nice.
I really like the idea of this. Like, I don't know how much these are to produce, but yeah, I would definitely consider offering something like this, so people can kind of, see a lot of the detail that they won't be able to see at the normal size. Yeah, look, I don't know.
Skip has a good one. It says, change the puzzle pieces or prices to $1 a piece. 1,000-piece puzzle equals $1,000.
It's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
And then it's $1 plus shipping on each one.
Oh, to be a character, yeah.
Rich Fox says high price tiers are hard, especially if your art is all digital. Agreed. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I put up the
that's worth it
cover art for 800 Australian last time. and then I had
I
art
was trying to
pages
use
up
that as a selling
for,
point for my comics, but I didn't
I'm
have
gonna
an
say
audience at the
300
time.
Australian
So
or something like that
now I know
on the last
that's well
campaign.
worth it.
And they did great. You know, I sold a bunch. I sold the cover. The only thing is, I'm not doing that again. And it was like just such a waste of time, so to speak. Not a waste of time because I made the money, but like I would rather be moving forward and drawing new Lucent stuff than going back and kind of redrawing stuff I've already drawn.
You're a victim of your own success, Mike. You weren't expecting how well your book did.
Yeah, like Rainy, you know, she's having to like make hundreds of these friggin' wooden carving things.
Yeah. 40% Z. Question. A lot of print cost is just setting up the machine. So what is the price difference between overprinting a book versus going back to print for a second campaign? Say 4,000 copies versus 2 times 2,000. It's a lot different, man. It really
it's
is.
night and day.
Yeah.
It's
So,
like it's the difference between making any money and making a lot of money. So yeah, I will be doing a reprint of Waking Dream, and hopefully I'll be able to print a whole bunch of them because I'm about to sell out of my first printings.
And I
You
guess
can't just
technically too, since that whole canonized thing, so paying that 5,000, technically they're probably not in ISOM issue number 1. There probably will be making an appearance in a future issue. I remember Old Savage Dragon, they had a fan, they created like a crab claw character, and he was like a sailor, and him and Savage Dragon fought it out, and it was a fan made character. So that'd be pretty interesting. Even bringing into the fold other people's characters. So that'd be interesting to see, you know, how flexible that can be before it becomes a, dispute. But hey, if they paid, they got their ticket. You know what I'm saying? You know, you bought it, you sir get it. you know, everybody in the crowd pays 5 G's, you know. And it's like, hey, you get canonized and you get canonized and you get canonized. Everybody here that paid 5 G's gets canonized. And then by that point, Ripper, he's gonna need like a team of like 500 artists. That'd be crazy, man. But that's just extreme levels, but I think that'd be pretty good. Yeah, probably not until the future issues. So quite the investment. Heck yeah, man. You know, that name on that kind of list, you don't forget that name after paying that amount, because that's helping to really boost the legacy of the not just the Isom brand, but also the whole Rippaverse publishing company.
you can't just print another X number of books without forking out a lot of cash up front. It's thousands and thousands of dollars. So unless you have a way of selling them, then yeah, it could become an issue for you. And you're right. It's like if you print 1,000 or 2,000, it's not that much of a difference in cost. It's a little bit, but not much. But it's that first 1,000 that gets you.
Mm-hmm.
Overprinting is 100% the way to go.
Yep.
But I plan on having that store
Jasper
available.
says the Lucent should be
having that store available. So if I have residual prints left over, I can put them on the store, advertise, like Ethan Van Sciver does, which I think is a great marketing strategy. Because I mean, it's all, you know, every time he does a stream, he can always bring it up. He can always mention it, and people are going to buy it, you know, if they haven't bought it already. So I think, and then you take them to cons too. Hopefully without, you know, getting stabbed or anything or having to fight people over, oh, you're a Comicsgate, how dare you, you know.
offered in deluxe hardcover format. Stoker, Canetti, and Narwhal did it. Second printing of the Lucent should be hardcover.
Yeah, but like the whole idea, I think, of the second printing is that it's the more like affordable option. You know, I was thinking of printing it soft cover and then dropping the price by $5 or something like that, and not having the UV spot on it or something like that. I don't know. I will do eventually hardcover editions. I don't know if it's the time right now. I don't know. I mean, this is all just stuff I'm thinking off the top of my head. But yeah, I think Mo's right. Save the hardcover for the first trade.
Yeah.
I want to do a full
It's so
hologram
hard to
cover.
But
know.
I would
to
print
do.
like a hardcover, like art edition or something like that. You know, just as a special thing. Because I think you can print these as
I
sort
don't
of
care
a
if I
pretty
can only
small
get
run.
5 printed.
We'll see.
Yeah, probably. Yes, that would be a good plan. Yeah.
Interesting. Like, yeah, I have lots of questions about things that I need to do, and I'm not sure of the answers, so I might as well ask you. So for everyone that's signed up to be a member, you guys get exclusive behind the scenes look at the art that we're doing for Swift Shock Story, plus other stuff. The first thing is this set of 9 trading cards by Alan Goldman. And they're like, how ridiculous is this guy, dude? He's amazing.
Amazing.
Oh, I can't show
I hear
that.
he did some art for
Can't show that at all.
for Dave.
I'm
Brink.
slowly trying to get there. Shoot.
Yeah, he did. It's funny. Like someone emailed me today, and he said, "I've hired this guy based off you showing his art," and I think like that's a really great thing, because like he's putting heaps of work into this, like this page in particular. And the art quality is fantastic. And because he's gone above and beyond, he's got more work from it. I think hats off to the guy. I think he's brilliant. But I don't know how I do this, Mike. I don't know how I make this work. I've got 9 trading cards.
Mm.
I think I'm going to have to sell them, right? I don't think I can give away 9 trading cards, right? Because it's too expensive to give them away. Like if it's a sign up thing, you know, like you get 3 cards for signing up, or you get 3 cards for backing. How do I make this work for
You know what I'm
everyone
saying?
so that they're happy?
Like
that
just
they
pure
get all the
hologram
cards.
on the front.
It works for me. Do you
Probably
have any
have to do
ideas?
something to
What
the
do you
back,
chat?
too.
Because
do
you
have
don't
any
want to
ideas?
sell them for $10, do you?
Well, no, I'm not opposed to selling them for $10. Camel says he's going to do 9 trading cards for $20. All right. Well, mine will be cheaper.
I'd definitely send that your way, my friend.
Well, I think
And,
if it's art this good and the coloring looks amazing,
if I could sign it in
sell it for
holographic
15.
print as well,
Yeah.
I
If they're
would.
really like, cards are not the ssame. Cards ain't just cards. I got a stack of them back there. Did you see my card collection? I put them all in the little things.
No. I mean, I'm not
Like,
really in depth.
they're not all made the same. Some of them are super high quality. The actual physical card is way better quality than others. I think if you get a really nice quality card, color this piece up brilliantly. Yeah, I think, $15 or something, and you could sell them as an add-on.
900 trading cards for $900. I think is the potential profit you'll make.
Yeah, just sell. All you need to
believe in
sell
the
is
harder
one.
cards. Yeah. All our backers get 8 free trading cards, Rob. Really, dude? You'll have to talk to me about it, because I was trying to price it out, and it seems like it is a lot of money if you're doing like 9 cards, and do it as a poster too. Oh, maybe I will. It's a good one. Cards suck. Okay.
I used to think that, Jasper. Now I like collecting them now. I don't know, now that I have a way of storing them, I actually quite like them. Whereas before,
Cards
I was like,
are
what
a
do I
part
do
of
with
comic
these?
book legacy.
Dave says, Alan does not do sequentials, unfortunately. I said to him, whenever your schedule clears up and you're ready to take on another book, I have got something for you. Make a one-off
And he
cards.
said, yeah,
that go
get in
with the
line.
book. Yeah, I know. Sell them 9 as an add-on. Have 9 cards, but give people only 3 random for sign up, and sell extra 3 packs for extra cost.
That's a good idea. Yeah. That's actually a good idea. So you could attach 3 to a tier. And then if you want the rest, you have to pay or something, or you can just get them outright as 15 or something like that.
It's worth it if the cards are double-sided. You could do 9 character cards, and the backs of each create a poster. Yep.
So I
Okay.
want you to do double the amount of art.
Camel. Aren't they stretch goals? I won't buy them. I don't know what they're going to be yet, Jasper. It's just we have this sick image that is 9 cards.
We'll have to get another binder.
It's going to be amazing.
All CG cards.
Here's a question for you, Bancroft and
Nice.
chat. You come across an artist, right? And let's just use hypothetical numbers.
Yeah, at one point there was this one company I knew that they could take a photo and they could turn into a 3D card. It only had a front to it. It didn't have a back, but it was pretty awesome because as you turn it, it had like a 3D effect. And I think I could get 5 of them for $10. It was worth it. Obviously, I had to make the artwork, and the colors enough to really make the holographic 3D image pop out. It wasn't like foil holographic, but it was like, you had all the colors in there. And as you move the card, you could kind of see the 3D effect. It was pretty good for the price that it was. And they were, that company was based out of France. Unfortunately, during the pandemic, that kind of shut down their whole operation. So I was sad to part away from them because I was coming up with some pretty cool cards.
Yeah, but you find a colorist, Mike, who's Kyle Ritter levels of quality, right?
Kyle Ritter, Michael Bancroft levels of quality. Yeah,
exactly. Kyle Ritter levels of quality, and he's $50 a page, so he's dirt cheap, right? Dirt cheap. Yeah, exactly. Do you pay him more than his rate, or do you just pay him what his rate is? What do you think?
I pay him what his rate is.
I
don't know, but if it's like, is he gonna leave me if I don't pay him more? I don't know. I might get him a bonus. I don't know. I don't pay colorists, Rob. I've paid one guy.
I know.
I paid one guy. He told me his rate, and I was like, "That's cool." And then
who was it?
Rod Looper.
Oh, you're not talking about colors. You're talking about
artists or whatever.
You say Rob Liefeld?
Yeah, pay him in exposure. That's it.
Skip says I haven't opened any card packs I've gotten for free. Pay him his rate with a bonus upon completion. Smart idea. Pay him more. Yeah.
He's got a. Let's see.
I saw samples of
Shane Davis has a good card like that coming out.
Be able to hold on to him more if you can pay him more.
Yeah, man. And Glorious Rex.
And then he'll just maybe he'll just ask for more from the next guy. I don't know. This is like business, comic book business questions that I don't really have much experience with.
Yeah, I mean, you just rock up and everything falls into place perfectly. Just you're a man of exquisite tastes and chemistry, and you're just killing everything.
I got the 230.
People just want to work with me. I don't know what it is.
I know, and I just want you to fix everything.
Let's see. I got the 230. I got Inglorious Rex athletic T-shirt, character head sketch, volume number 1, and supplemental Starlight Cats in second printing. I did not get a card with that one. Oh no, the stretch goals maybe. Yeah, I got the Fight Camp edition. With stretch goals maybe. That applies to everybody. I don't know how early I signed up. Let's see. I know I signed up way before the campaign closed because he had that trailer rocking. insane, man. Even the ink line work looks sick. Hold up. I'm going to switch this out just for a quick sec. Where's this at? Yeah, that looks crazy, man. I can't wait for that. Yeah, look at this line art, man. That is crazy. Again, new month progress. 53 pages. Updated stretch goal. Yeah, I don't know where the where he included the cards in. At what time he included them. Campaign closed July 19th. So I got it when did I get the I got this. I contributed January 12th this year. So it might have been early, as soon as it launched. It might have been. So that's one of stretch goals. Everybody gets a card that signed up early. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, the amount of times I'm like,
Going
Mike,
to
can you
comic book
fix this?
shops
Can
is
you make
cool,
this
but
better
like you
for
get
me,
all this
please?
stuff
I need help.
directly from the
I'm like,
artist.
Rob, I'm eating my toast.
How do you beat that?
I know. Mo says you won't want to hear it, but
I
pay
mean,
them in
conventions,
crack,
I
they'll
know.
keep coming back.
Yeah.
Pay the colorist
First one's
Good
free.
too, but
their rates and offer bonuses. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do with Rod. He's going to be getting bonuses depending on how much the book makes. So he's getting his page rate, and I'll usually pay him like 3 pages or so in advance or something, and then he'll do the work, and then we'll pay him again, and then I said, look, when the thing goes live, how much it makes, we'll figure out a bonus structure. We're both happy with.
Jasper says some contractors don't know their worth. That's so true, man. I kind of feel like if you find someone who's like absolutely outrageously talented and he's getting no money, then it's not too much of a stretch to give them a bit more than what they're asking for. I don't think that's crazy. Crackhead says, Rob, can you help me color this? Sir, this is a McDonald's. That's correct. Future of CG, Mike. What is it?
the future of CG.
Is that seriously your topic? What is the future of
Me.
CG?
No, let me stop. I hope I can contribute some good stuff.
That is a new that's a new low. Oh my god.
Well, where do we go from here?
Well, Rob. That is unbelievable. I'm gobsmacked. Yeah,
CG, Comicsgate, the movie.
You're surprised, are you?
That's the future.
Documentary.
Rob dialing it in. That's right.
You know what? Well, here we go. Let's
good documentary
this to
on
something.
Comicsgate.
I know, right, Camel? So, Bancroft, what's the meaning of life? Oh, okay.
What is it?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Now, here's something that we can talk about. So,
how do you make people like you? What's the answer to that question?
Better question. So, Dave Brink earlier asked, he said, I don't know how I could ever do what Ripper does. And you say this to me all the time. You're like, how do you do all this stuff? Like, how do you juggle all these things that you're doing. Yeah,
Build a
you're like,
routine.
you can only do so much. And I get it occasionally from people who are like, wow, you put out a lot of content. And the thing about it is, like, a lot of these people, a lot of the times they're thinking about starting a channel, or I don't know, an Instagram or whatever, and they just don't know what to put up there. So they're like, they don't start because it seems so overwhelming, because they look at people who are putting out lots and lots of content every day, and they think they have to do the same thing. Tyler from Tyler Draws and Talks shared a great video the other day from a dude who's got like 4 million subs or something, whose whole advice is, you don't think you have to create. And I had that mistake too when I started as well. Just document.
Yeah. And
rather than creating,
put some time on the books,
because that way you can just show whatever it is that you're working on. You just put out stuff every day, and like, I think that's a great way to look at it to get started.
Unfiltered, unedited, just put out shit.
Yeah. Don't like focus on like being as polished as Ripper. Like, a lot of the stuff I can lean back on over 2 years now of channel lore to just do dumb stuff whenever I want to. Like, and I can just put out a cock video and get 400 people to watch it,
Yeah.
So that's because like I built that well, not just me, but we built that lore up brick by brick over a long period of time. But it started out with just a guy sitting with his daughter looking at a Thundercats video, and then you sort of like, you go from there. So like, don't look at Ripper with his overlays and his everything like that. No, just start doing something. Just like for instance, that's why I started doing that TikTok, those shorts thing, where I literally just like, oh, well, this is what I'm working on today. And I know very few people are going to care or watch, but it's something to build on. And it's about like getting content out there and just putting something onto a channel. Just something.
Some streams are better than others.
People don't realize, like, over time, content finds you. People will start memeing you. People will interact with you and throw you ideas, all this other stuff. Whereas, like, at the beginning, you've got to do everything yourself. So don't just like take everything on. That's why I'm
grateful for you every day,
Jerome. Maybe you're making a comic, just
have you on my
every
stream.
day. Like, oh, what am I doing?
Anyone
today?
else that does join
put that on the internet.
That's not a Russian bot, putting unscrupulous stuff on there. Any real person that shows up, hey, that likes and shares and subscribes to my channel, I'm forever thankful. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real. I'll keep doing this as long as I can, and try to make it happen. Beat Bop, Sarone Almighty. What up?
I like the shorts thing that you're doing, because I think that would be pretty easy for everyone to do. Pete Callan says, for $2, what head injury led you to be like this, Rob? I don't know which one it was. Mo says, Rob doesn't even remember most of his head injuries because of the head injuries, Pete Callan.
Yeah. Was Rob an MMA fighter?
People come here to insult Rob. See, he didn't have that originally. So he's like, what am I going to do on my stream? And if I had said, Rob, what you need to do is get people in here to enjoy insulting you and calling you an idiot. Like, how do you do that? Well, you can't. Like, you got to build to that bit by bit, day by day. You got to get on the stream and say stupid stuff every day. Talk about ribs, ask like grand sweeping questions that are like the most vague thing.
Pete Callan for $2. Rob hasn't listened to a word you said, Bancroft.
Doesn't matter.
I have.
It's above Rob's pay grade anyway.
Just trying to make it.
It's documented for the chat. That's all right.
Mo says Rob doesn't even realize he is succeeding because he's doing it the only way Rob can do anything, slowly. Yes, but I'm doing it though. No, dude.
The point is
I
the
am
way
listening.
it
I
goes
am
back to
listening.
the original question is, if we can get, like, I don't know how many people are doing this stuff right now, but you know, Crackhead's doing amazing with his Game of Thrones videos. I'm doing pretty well with my videos. JDA is doing great with his. Shane's still cracking away at his. Ethan's doing fantastic with his. Imagine we get 50 Comicsgaters doing that, or 100, or 150. I don't know. Like, you don't have to be a creator.
Hey, so
I find guys out there now that I've
greetings,
started doing
Saron
this,
Almighty.
YouTube starts recommending me people.
General Piggy, maybe you can help me out with this. So with the Comicsgate actual website, here, let me show it to you right quick. So I'm trying to figure out, can you create a profile on there, or is it only for views and links that you can go to? Let me know, like this website right here, because I thought maybe you could create a profile on here, but maybe that's just for the admin to use, like the login and to register. So let me know about that. Because I mean, I would love to have a profile on CG. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Where did this come from? I never even seen this. Hold up.
We've received a transmission from the planet Thandril. Shall we
Fatal?
give it a listen?
I'm calling you because my planet is sick. And not the monarchy, not the royal guard, not a single person on this spinning rock seems to care.
Wow, I love that architecture.
It started gradually. First, it got into our heads. By the time I realized something was wrong, by the time I woke up, they were already here. Things look perfect at first glance, but that's how the aliens work. That's how the invasion starts. A slow boil. I'm calling you because I can't trust anyone here. You're off planet. You're a professional. And I'm afraid we might already be dead.
Damn! Has this guy been fighting the Vespers? Logistics. Wow.
Flynn? How shall I respond?
Gotta have an AI assistant.
It's a job. Let's suit up.
Flynn's alien termination logistics. Man. See, this right here, this is what I'm talking about. It smells like potential crossover right there. Look at that, man. He is getting it. Infestation. I wonder, has he fought the Vespers? That's what I'm talking about, man. See, this is that good stuff. Correct, you are, General Piggy. You just called it. Fatel looks great. I backed it a while back. Clint Stoker has been working on it for a while. Got some female characters in Fatel that are nice. Correct, you are. Yeah, this is the page that really caught my eye, because man, that's a lot of detail, a lot of work. That's a whole scene, a set. Nice. See, I didn't even know about this. It just came up on CG. He said, I think you can create a profile, but I'm not sure if anyone can post an article or anything. Just comment on stuff. Haven't used it too much. Okay. Yeah, I was a little curious about that. Because Yeah, I'd love to be active in there and on Twitter in the
Skip actually
CG
shared
group,
to me
which is
a new guy,
awesome.
just like these small channels with 1,000 people on it who are doing this sort of stuff. It's like they base a lot of what they're doing off what Ripper does, because obviously Ripper is the big man on campus. And some of them are, yeah, they're doing great. Like, what if that was CG doing that? Yeah, that would be something. That would be amazing. Imagine the growth. Imagine the buzz and all the new readers. Like, see, people are looking at what Ripper's doing and like, wow, like that's just so massive. But that's 15 years of building this thing together.
You said 15 years?
We can't do that.
Man.
There's not just another Ripper out there that we just aren't aware of.
That's no joke.
So we could get 100 people doing 100 or 1,000 to what he's doing together, and that would make a big splash.
I think you're built differently, dude. I think you're an outlier in terms of what people can actually physically put into whatever they're doing. You're like a machine that works and then comes home and
right
works
now,
more.
actually.
Like, seriously, like I'm not blowing smoke. I can't work as much as you. Like, my back's fucked. I cannot do what you do. I think the majority can't either. Like, I think you're an exception. Camel says, it's hard for me. I genuinely want to create a legit show for people. It's the editor, director, and me. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
And like, I kind of feel like Camel is one of the very few people that actually put on a proper show. What do you think about that, Mike?
I agree.
That's not unfair to say, is it?
I agree. And I'm like, what I'm saying is, as general advice, I mean, so not for everyone. Like, I'm not suggesting Camel should change anything he's doing. I think he's doing great. And, you know, I think what it's going to take is just one of these videos, and it could be one of these shorts that Sheila is uploading for him of our show that are hilarious.
The CG site
that just takes off.
Was on one of
like
Ethan's,
gets a million
live
views
streams
from the algorithm, and then all of a sudden there's
I'm
like
gonna try to get
people
some more information about
like,
how that
that
works.
could legitimately happen. And when that does, you do want to have that.
Does he post the Indiegogos?
So like,
I
would never suggest
Comicsgate, or
listen to what I'm talking
would
about.
I need to create a profile and do so? You know what I mean?
Mo says, offering advice and wisdom to Rob is like pouring water into a thimble. Do you enjoy that one? You like that one, Mike?
I do. It's a good visual.
It all just escapes out the bottom. Pete Cullen for 2. Again, thank you so much, man. I only insult the ones I love. And Rob, thank you for that. Skip says, it seems like a lot of channels are growing right now. So I don't know if that has to do with the Rippaverse or what, but I'll take it. That's a fair point, man. Like, we're monetized now. B-Rose is monetized. Like, more and more channels are breaking that 1,000 subscriber mark, I guess, where previously they weren't. So, I mean, there is growth happening.
Yeah, we've noticed that growth for a long time. The thing is with Comicsgate,
I would love to get monetized.
But
I know sometimes I'll be pushing YouTube's buttons with some stuff that I post. And it's like, I mean, I love to live free. That's what freedom's about. But I try to stick with the art as much as I can.
Whatever Comicsgate has to offer is awesome, and people are really into it. The problem is they don't know about it. They don't know what's happening, or they're on the other side of that, fog, that dome of misinformation that surrounds us. So people don't want to come in here and check us out. But I think, like, with more videos, Jeremy's getting 10,000 views on his Game of Thrones videos. All it takes is a small percentage of those people who watch those videos to go, who is this guy? What's he all about? And check out one of his streams, and then he's, they're making cool comic books. Okay, that's great. What if we had 100 people doing that? Like, that would be amazing for CG in general.
Is Crackhead killing it right now because he knows what the fuck he's talking about? Like, it's not like I could just go start talking about House of the Dragon and get like 10,000 views, right? It's got to be because he knows about House of the Dragon. Yeah?
Of course. But is there nothing that you know about that is popular, or that you could do every day?
I don't know.
It's a cavernous, empty.
There's some
a
stuff,
massive
but
hole
I
back
don't
there,
think you
Mike.
two would like.
Yeah.
You don't want me going exploring down that hole, I tell you.
It's a deep, dark cave.
You wouldn't like what's back there. Mo Biggs, you would never believe Rob wrote his book. It's not dumb at all, Simply Green. Well, there's one kind of dumb comic relief in character in book 3, but other than him, thanks, Mo. Rob is a writer, but doesn't follow anything from Snake Oiler. Thank you. Nora Rad says, I'm close to getting 500 subs on my gameplay and unboxing videos. It's awesome, man. It's great.
Nice.
What else we got here? I saw something. Marvel and DC weren't just big companies. They started off small, just like CG. We'll get there and take over. That's the thing. Like, didn't Stan... I could talk about World of Warcraft, Mo. Didn't Stan Lee nearly quit multiple times?
Yep.
Like, the thing that was successful for him was Fantastic Four. Wasn't that the thing that kicked off his career?
Spider-Man.
How many people are just...
You're stretching the old memory here.
How many people are just giving up, Mike, when they're not seeing success straight away? Like, there's got to be some sort of argument for, like, longevity in just grinding it out until you get successful.
Oh, absolutely. I've seen that happen in real life. Like, that's
what was your question? What was the general's question? He said that are CG or CG affiliated. I would consider, if they're CG affiliated, I would consider them CG as well. But I'm still learning. I can't say that that is an absolute fact. I'm still the new kid on the block. Let's see.
I'm looking for. No, it's not going to come to me.
sign
But yeah,
up
just
to-
outlasting
he
everyone
sends
else.
links
Absolutely,
to
that's the thing.
videos.
That's a real.
Oh, okay. Now I see what
You
you're saying.
just, like,
I got the second half of
you
that.
just stay around
Robert
and don't
Romano,
quit. The only hope is
that's the guy
that whatever it
over
is
there.
that you are involved in is still around by the time that you're like the last man standing. Yeah, look, you know, that's my whole like philosophy and theory going into this is just keep putting out
Robert
content,
J. Yeah, I'm following him.
outlast people who kind of come and go, and eventually there'll be a certain time where like you will be that guy that you always looked up to back when you started, and you're like, oh, look at this guy, he's got so many followers, he's got so many books out, he's got this and that and blah blah blah. Yeah, over time you can achieve all that stuff and just kind of outwork everyone else.
It's
'Cause
funny,
like,
though.
Not everyone is Kenneth Roquefort in terms of talent.
No.
So you can't just fabricate that out of nothing.
Paul Cunt says, I've got to pause on that. Stan was crying as a removalist came in the office and Jack Kirby promised to repurpose Challenges of the Unknown into the Fantastic Four for him. There you go. That's great.
Dang.
I forgot what I was going to say. It was great too.
Was
Yeah,
it-
you never know when the moment is like going to come for you and your IP. I mean, this is a terrible example, but like this Kate Bush song, the Running Up the Hill song that was in Stranger Things, obviously like that's a 40-year-old song or whatever, but that has blown up. You know, like she's been like in the top 10s selling singles for like 20 weeks here or something crazy like that. So you never know when it's going to come. Sometimes you just have to stick it out.
Didn't she
did Rob
remix
just
that from
compare
the?
himself to Stan Lee? No.
I heard it, Jasper.
It was a song used in a WWE promo, Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker rematch, and somebody else had sung that. I think it was a dude at first, and that was one of the greatest WWE promos. It was like a movie. This shit was awesome. Yeah, you know, Shawn Michaels, he know how to sell it. If you ever watched WWE,
I think he did. Okay, that's fair. But,
Even if he didn't, I'll say he did.
yeah. Exiled pre-launch is coming to Indiegogo. Let me bring this up. Jamie Mack says no, he compared himself to Kate Bush. Interesting name, Kate Bush. Read it, Rob. Mo Big says, sign up for Elixir #1. If R-Man gets his 100 sign-ups, his cock will be big enough to satisfy Bancroft. What do you think about that?
I think, what have we done? We knew not what we started, but we shall ride it out nonetheless.
Old Man Yellow Cloud says, Master of Puppets just goes to show, stick put and you can make it. Yeah. This is Exiled. You can sign up and get this statue here for free if you back the veterans tier when it comes to Indiegogo. It's got a sick Rob Willis cover, which for some reason isn't on the campaign. I blame Adam. Wesley Snipes, 100,000 on Kickstarter. So pretty crazy though. Like Wesley Snipes on a comic book, and I don't say it only makes 100,000, but it makes 100,000. Like it's Wesley Snipes, man. You think it would fucking destroy things? Yeah.
Keanu Reeves had a genius idea when he came out with Berserk. I was like, he's setting up to do a movie that he can star in.
Yes and no. Yes,
making his own IP.
I think 100,000 is very respectable. People are like kind of expecting Keanu Reeves type numbers, but I mean that's Keanu Reeves. He's like the hottest actor, one of the hottest actors in Hollywood at the moment. And yeah, like I don't know how much big press this has gotten from the people. I think it's about what I probably expected it to do.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking crazy though, right? Like you have Keanu Reeves, and the book does like $1.4 million, right? One of the biggest, stars in Hollywood, right, for a long time. And then you have young Ripper, who, no Hollywood acclaim, does like $3 million. It's fucking crazy. It's so crazy how it works. If this was released at the height of Blade, it would do much better. Yeah, I mean, yep. Outside of our circles, you don't hear much hype about it. Covered Wesley Snipes as Bale. Oh man, you didn't get him on your show, did you? You wanted to, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, it was a possibility for a while, but there's a whole vetting process with his publicist. It's got nothing to do with him. It's like every public thing goes through his publicist, and I think they were on some big channel, and it had like a lot of subs, so I would have chosen them too.
That's the thing, though. Like, I think he went on quite a few big shows, but I don't know if they actually translated to lots of sales. Whereas you could go on your show, which is not a ginormous show, and it would probably translate to a decent amount of sales.
I think 100,000 is pretty decent. Like Wesley Snipes is not known for his comic books, So just because you like Wesley Snipes does not necessarily mean you're going to buy his comic book. It's a bit like, there's a disconnect there. So it's not like he's crowdfunding a movie, where I think like if he did that, he'd probably be looking more in the millions.
Someone was saying that a lot of people that are Wesley Snipes fans don't know anything about crowdfunding and Kickstarter and Indiegogo. So there's like it's a hard sell because these people don't know about crowdfunding.
So basically educate them on a new platform.
That's interesting. I wanted to, but I didn't back Exiled. I'll probably back it on Indiegogo. I am curious.
Is it on?
Yeah, they should do quite well.
I gave Skip a wrench. I gave Sumo a wrench. There you go. Everyone happy? Good. How your signups are going great.
Mm-hmm.
Let's bring them up.
905, I think.
You're over 900.
Over 9,000.
Do you know what that's from?
Reality Hackers Exile. Yeah, that's
Is
clearly
it
not
Dragon
it.
Ball?
Well done, Mike. That's impressive. I'm amazed.
I used to actually know about Dragon Ball. I knew all the characters and everything because I used to work in the toy section, and I had to know all the characters because all these kids would come in here and ask for this and that and blah blah blah. But I've forgotten it all now.
Whoa.
Dragon Ball was after my time.
It was prime my time. Great show.
Hang on, when did it come out, Rob?
I still remember like riding home from.
That's
Was
crazy.
it before school or after school? I can't remember. But that Spirit Bomb episode where he made the Spirit Bomb lasted for what felt like 2 weeks.
I got the Exile Day 1 tier. Yeah, it's coming to. Okay, cool.
You missed out on all these great
All
things.
right, it's not there yet. Yeah, I would prefer to
Dragon
order
Ball
it on
Z
Indiegogo.
cartoon Australia. Let's have a look. When did that come out here?
That's where the fun is at.
Wesley Snipes is promoting Exiles hard on his Instagram. I'll get him on your show, Rob. That'd be cool.
Okay.
Stop
Can I
saying
just
Dragon
share
Ball.
something? Can I just share something with the chat here?
Uh-oh.
Yes, of course.
I don't want to share that. Yeah, that's it. I just Googled Dragon Ball Z Australia, and here comes the question.
Wow. Oh, you've got it ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did Dragon Ball Z come to Australia? Dragon Ball Z was on everyone's minds in the early 90s.
Huh.
It had started airing on Cheese TV in around the year 2000.
Yep.
How old were you in the year 2000, Rob?
I graduated high school in the year 2000, Mike.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a Dragon Ball Super
That's
movie
all I want.
coming
That's all
up
I
on
wanted
the 18th,
to.
I believe.
That's all I wanted to ask. Okay, that's fine.
I like how you think I
leave that.
You think I care that you brought up the fact that I'm an 18-year-old man watching cartoons? I don't care. That's fine. We should all
Hey, I
be
ain't gonna lie.
watching
Anime
cartoons.
pulled me away from
Just putting it
American
out
comics for a while.
We got 66 people in here, so if you can please
Sounds
hit
like
like,
this is next
subscribe,
level.
and share out the stream. That'll be great. Also, consider signing up for this if you haven't. Do you want to? Should I promote it, Mike? Like you did for Camel today?
Please do. Please do.
So this is the Lucent Painted Death. It's a big book, like it's 90 pages, which is pretty great. You can sign up and you can win one of these 10 books, which I don't know, like there's 5 copies. What happens to the other 5, Mike? Where are they going? You haven't explained that very well. You have Motorcycle Guy, which is great. Maybe, Mike, now here's an idea for you. You could do a motorcycle helmet tier. That could be your high tier.
What, like sell a motorcycle helmet?
Lucent edition motorcycle helmet. Like, I know I'm joking, but that would look fucking sick, would it not?
Will look pretty good, yeah.
It looked fucking awesome. It has guys that have sex with each other, but when they die, it has giant scorpion men.
Hang on.
What the hell?
Climb through catacombs to get to.
That's over the top.
It has poisonous water. It has chicks doing handstands. It has it all. How's that, Mike?
Well, it was a little weird because you were sort of like half enthusiastic and then just also at the same time insulting it.
Yes.
So yeah.
So
the sex he's talking about is not real. It is a friend losing his friend to death. And he is holding him in a mournful embrace.
Snake Oil says, so guys having sex with each other, girls not having sex. Exactly that. That's what we see on everything Bancroft's been working on.
Not my cup of tea, with all due respect.
There's no sex in Painted Death.
Painted Death.
There is child murder though in the first one, which is great. He does it really well. There's a whole bunch of kids, then they die.
I mean, it's a brutal time.
Yeah, He really oversold that book, huh?
You can
Jerome
make a
Biggie?
single custom helmet and give it away as a stretch goal. That would be sick, dude. Who wants a motorbike
would be
helmet from
cool.
Mike? So what's going
Why
on?
just go buy like a super? How much are motorbike helmets?
I don't know.
I'm guessing they're pretty expensive. Why would anyone want to buy a motorbike helmet off some guy in Australia? Like, what
because
would
it
I
would
do?
be
to it?
sick. It'd be like one of a kind. You could
Collector's item.
even do it like Mad Max style and put like barbed wire around it and shit in case like you get
There's
in there
no barbed wire
a crash.
around it in the comic. That's just his helmet.
Maybe you could add it in. Jasper
That's
says he
a
wants a
long time.
helmet.
Like a real helmet, an actual helmet.
If you put helmets on your campaign and they sell like hotcakes, I want to cut. What's going on here? You said there's 1 of 10 books. There's 5. Raffling off 5.
Well, there's 10.
What happens with
there's
them?
10 books. There'll be 10 books out there in the world. You can't buy them. You can only win them. 5 will be given away to people who sign up to the mailing list. So
What about the other 5?
They'll be given away throughout the campaign.
Oh,
That'll be one of my many.
God, it was like pulling teeth trying to get an answer out of you about the bloody books, Mike.
I have talked about this plenty.
Could you make it any more difficult? All right,
You sounded English then. Could you make it any more? You sounded like choke out. Oi,
did I?
could you make that any more difficult? Slaughter.
Oh man.
All right, Mike, can you promote my book like you did today? When it loads up, for some reason it's very slow. Camel says, "Do you like flying bookworms? Check out the Lucent today."
Oh my gosh. Brutal.
Jasper,
Whoever's
geez,
timing out
indeed.
Dean, stop it.
They wild.
Jasper says, "I hate giveaways. Just do a timed cover." I love giveaways. Giveaways are great.
well, I can do a timed giveaway, but it won't be that cover. Why not do both? All right, Replicator 4 in the series that just won't die, and
I like it.
It's like the only series in the world where you haven't met the titular character by your many books in. And yeah, it features these cyborg broads fighting. One of them's brought a cattle prod with her.
Tits McGee.
Tits McGee brought a cattle prod with her, presumably to force the other cyborg broad to push her tits out. To see how big they are. And
these guys are really
dudes,
descriptive tonight.
You got these dudes who are like,
ago.
they look like robots, but they're not robots. They just dress like robots, and their masks, like they show a skull on them, even though that's not their face. There's an actual face underneath them. It was like designed by a schizophrenic or something. I don't know.
They have a face under the face under the face.
Face under
If
the face.
if you are out there and you are looking
I just noticed, I didn't
for
think Project Reptile just
cerebral,
launched on Bancroft.
mysterious, intellectual, really highbrow story, then this one is not for you. This is action, people getting beaten to within an inch of their life, actually beaten to a pulp.
Oh my god. Yeah, you should see issue 4, man. If you Antoine says, violence sucks. You see issue 4. There is violence. Mo
Now,
says,
having said that, Rob tried to do like a scene in a courtroom, and it was very adorable.
Lots of talking and back and forth. There is an actual story with the book, but you have to read it to understand it.
30 Days Left.
That was great, Mike.
Dojo Kun Comics. Is that
Quick
it?
question. With the whole
Project Reptile
1 of 10 books thing, have you thought about making it like 100
Put that
100
right in the
copies,
chat.
you give away 10. Keep it really limited like that. Have you thought about something like that? Because it's kind of like,
Yep.
yeah, awesome. I get the opportunity to win one of these really unique, rare covers, but it's also kind of like, F you can't buy it. What do you think about that?
No,
Hey?
I think you're just trying to find things wrong with it now. No, it's like I'm
going off what
putting
Jasmine
up that
said.
expense, myself. And I know a lot of people said, "Oh, that should be a cover." I wouldn't really do that as a normal cover because it really has nothing. Like, there's no connection to what's going on in the story with that cover. It's purely promotional.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I would consider doing that at some point. But look, if I was going to do another cover, which I am, there will be a new cover for Waking Dream. I'll just leave it for sale and people can buy it. And it'll be as rare as how many people buy it.
Wait a
You know,
minute.
if 200 people buy it, there'll be 200 books out there or a few
I
more.
got a question.
If 500 people buy it, then there'll be 500.
Replicator
I may do it as opposed to
remastered.
Simply Green. I don't know. I mean, that's the cool thing about creator-owned comics. We have this library, this back catalog that we can always dip back into.
Oh,
Jamie
man.
says, I like how Rob always streams from the kitchen in a restaurant. Dude, I'm in my office. There's
How did I
no
miss
kitchen
this?
in here anymore.
I
do
can
it as a
hear like plates and
poster.
stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's talking
They
about.
were smashing plates, aren't they? There was a question here. Yeah, Ben. Replicator, cheers, guys. Got the package of comics from the competition on Monday here in the UK. I haven't read them yet, but we'll do over the next 2 days. Thanks again. That's awesome, man. Great to see you here. That was Mike, Joe, Brian, and myself. I want to do more of them, Bancroft. I really like the giveaways.
I'm gonna step away for a
do
minute.
It different though.
Yeah,
You
enjoy.
Have to do it different.
Give me one
I think
sec.
it has to be like original art or something.
Keep the show going.
Basically, we were shipping our books. Well, Mike shipped his books to me. I shipped my books over to Brian, and then Brian shipped them to wherever they needed to go. So there's like 3 sets of shipping, which is just stupid.
Redundancies.
Yeah. What did you think, Mike? What did you think about that? You liked it?
It was good. It was,
Yeah.
no, it was well worth it. It was fun to promote it. It was fun to give away stuff. I mean, yeah, the only hiccup was really when we didn't hear back from people. But we got a bunch of new signups. You know, I thought, because I had the bigger channel out of the group that were promoting it, that it would be mostly just the people who are signing up would already have signed up. But no, not at all. Out of the 530 signups, I think I netted like 330 odd that weren't signed up. I mean, that's worth it. Like 300 that's like more than a lot of people get even just signing up to their book.
Yeah.
So
I think it's
that's
one way.
That's 300 on top of the people, on top of the 900. That signed up through Indiegogo. So it's pretty cool.
I think it's really good. I want to do more of them.
Pretty
I think
interesting.
it has to be original art.
With
and I think we'd have to. The
Project
way we do
Reptile.
it is we obviously get more people involved, but then have them just ship the original art to whoever wins that piece themselves.
Replicator.
I think that would keep costs down. It would make it really easy. But Kraken's
we
been
didn't
doing
have to
them.
give away so much. I think that's what we learned. Like, the giveaway doesn't have to be like so big. We could give away maybe one big prize, and then the others.
I thought
the smaller prizes. But I do
that.
think giving away multiple prizes is smart, because people are less likely to get involved if there's just one winner.
Oh,
because you think, oh, I'm never going to win that.
NSFW.
Yeah, it was a massive pack. I don't remember which one you won, Ben. I don't remember if you won the first place or second place, but that was huge. It was big anyway, unless you won third place. I don't remember. Pornbot's here. Good to see you, dude.
Too.
I miss both replicators. Shame on me.
This is really boring, Bancroft.
The hell's the matter with me?
About why you think your signups have been so successful in comparison to other people? Obviously, you've got a big channel, a big-ish channel in the scheme of things. But I mean, you're like Camel's got a big channel. You're smashing Camel.
I miss all the replicator stuff.
Rob trying to sow discord between friends. I like it.
Well, you
Pitting us against
motherfuckers,
each other.
you did not invite me to your bloody stream the other day, so yeah, punch on.
Oh, there's lots of factors that go into it. This has
Robbery.
been open for a very long time. I've promoted it on my channel a long time. I have a cool trailer that a lot of people say is
I think that is one of the big reasons.
one of the best trailers that they've seen in a long time.
And that's another really good point too. I actually think having a sign-up trailer is probably, I won't say more useful, but as useful as having one on the actual campaign. What do you think about that?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, people really like the art that they see. They liked the book. They liked Waking Dreams. So I have Camel doesn't have a previous book to go on. In fact, Camel hasn't even delivered his book yet. So there's that too. Whereas I have actual readers who are really interested in continuing on with the story. What is Mo saying?
Mo says, this is the price Rob has to pay to be Bancroft's psychic. Michael, your sign-up page has all the momentum of a runaway freight train. Why are you so popular? Do you know what that's from, Mike?
No, yes, it sounds very
from
familiar.
The Simpsons. Do you even watch The Simpsons, Mike? I feel like
it did sound familiar, but I don't know.
Camel says, Mike's been campaigning for months, Rob. I've been getting emails for 2 weeks. Relax.
Yeah, so the trailer, I've got the existing readers. I've shown this off on Ethan's a couple of times. I've shown it off on John's a couple of times with about 800 people in there. I've shown it off on Shane's. I've shown it off on my channel. I talk about it on lots of videos. I have 5,000 Twitter followers. Yeah, there's lots of reasons. I get about double the amount of views.
Quick update.
So, yeah.
We got Homegirl sketched out, started rendering.
Mike is better
I'll work
than
on
Camel.
this
That's
one
what
next.
I heard from that.
And then,
Mike,
Mr.
do you know how many signups you got from the actual trailer? Like when you launched the trailer?
I think when I start adding.
Popped up.
When I start adding
between
the
200
values,
and 300. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's insane. That's crazy.
That's where it gets a little more
So
challenging.
straight away. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
It was
believe
it was a very good launch.
I can't believe I missed out on the replicator stuff because I've heard it advertised. And then some of the artwork I see some of Kyle Ritter's coloring and some of the artwork look like Barton. Clayton Barton. Some guest artwork. Yes, sir, John Piggy. You know I'm constantly working. Yeah, Replicator Remastered. I was like, dang. How did I miss that?
I was really happy with it. So
I think, honestly, right? And again, not blowing smoke because I hate complimenting you. I think your trailer sits somewhere in the top 5 trailers for me.
They up there bashing each other.
It's got a point here.
What?
Why are you pitting Camel and I against each other?
Why not?
We don't have to
And like I said, once I get all the concept art done,
Camel just launched it the other,
it's
a couple
straight
weeks ago.
to
Sounds like an excuse to me.
the production. So
Are you gonna read Mo's comment?
the production will be well.
How
thought
can
out.
Rob's emotional damage impression be so horrific, yet his Camel impression is so
well
dead on?
placed? The only thing that'll be a real challenge for me will be the
I don't know, Mike. What do you think? How can it
story,
be?
Mental,
script and all that. 'Cause I want to make sure I'm writing it out properly.
I can never tell.
It's true. He did.
Being
He did.
serious or not. I literally just helped Rob get 10 emails. What a douche.
And you're making out Camel's signups are going well.
No, No,
They
they
really
are
are.
going. Can you? Why can't I find his campaign though when I look for it? It's doing
It's
my head
called
in.
Boots and Heels, Rob. You gotta
No,
get
no.
the
Like
name
I'm
of it.
typing that in, and it doesn't come in. It doesn't come up, and I just signed up for it. And okay, right, it's right here. So Boots and Heels.
Could someone
Like-
clip that?
Clipped.
Oh,
Folks getting clipped out here.
Oh,
this is what I have to deal with in
you
in my head.
entertain me.
Oh,
Camel
God.
Moon's boot
Why
and
isn't the
heels.
image loading,
What?
Camel? What have you done?
That's your internet.
When the eczema
this is
tussle with
ridiculous.
the Comics Gators,
on.
boots and heels. What the
Tick, tick,
hell is
tick.
this?
Don't think I like no.
Did
Everyone
somebody make like a
notices your
spoof
very obvious
campaign?
attempt to drive a wedge between Camel and I.
Maybe I should send Camel the link so he can defend himself. I asked him a question today, and when this loads, I can explain it. Too late to suck up to Camel now. Camel knows how I feel exactly like him. What am I reading, Mo? Rob, you have to spell it correctly or close enough for Google to know what you meant to type. Thanks, Mo. Jasper says, I just rewatched that. That was the most painful episode.
The Comics Gators
I like
versus
this person here
the
clapping their
Xmas.
hands, Bancroft. It was clap
Oh my
back Karen.
gosh.
Is that right? Is
Yeah.
that what it was called?
Yeah.
I thought that was clever.
Yeah, that's
thought that was
that's like the
Somebody
it's-
having too much
it's
fun.
ma'am kind of dude. I like tunnel vision. That's very clever. The other
Tunnel
character.
vision.
Yeah. I mean, they're all great. They're all great.
Oh, I just got back some colors. God, I hope it's going to be good. Oh my God. You know how it goes.
Oh, well, just make yourself full screen so we can see your reaction to what you see.
I don't know if I can do it anymore. Tunnel
You're
vision
like
is
you have
good. All the grades.
you have PTSD from colorists.
Mate, don't even tell me. Don't even, like, it's fucking. We need to find more different, better colorists. They have to be out there. We can't just keep going to Kyle Ritter and Mike Bancroft. You know, we have
I'm not
to,
even doing colors.
Yeah, exactly. You won't even do them anymore. All right. So
there's
this
lots
is
of colorists. You just that you don't want them on your book. They're not your style.
Mm-hmm. So this is Boots and Heels, issues 0 to 3. It has the Comics Gators versus the X-Thems.
How many issues is that, Clark? I called you
Comics
Clark for some reason.
Gators.
Rob, how many issues is that? 0 to 3.
Well, I mean, 1, 2,
Oh
and 3.
my gosh.
But I mean, issue 0. So is it 4 technically?
That went so much better than I expected.
Oh man. How in the hell? Who the hell made this?
That's right.
Boots and Heels.
Let's do it together. Ready? Issue 0.
But
Issue 1.
Does
Issue 2.
does 0
Okay,
can 0 really count as an issue? It's 0 might. I mean,
it's
that's
4
logical.
issues drop.
0 is the 0. What's up, Camel?
Camel, did you catch that? Did you see that?
You know, I try. I put my heart on a platter for you people. And this-
Dr. President Moon.
I just asked Rob, Camel. I just asked Rob how many issues is 0 to 3.
That's too
And
funny.
he said it's 3.
Comics Gators versus the Isthmus.
I mean,
It's actually no. He said
Half
it's 1
spoof,
to
half
3.
serious. I could dig it.
1.
no one
2,
starts at issue
3.
0 unless you count it, Rob. It's it's not a math.
Yeah, I could
equation.
definitely dig that one. That's funny. as
Well,
hell.
I mean, 0 is 0. I mean, that makes perfect sense in my
Yeah.
head.
0 plus 3 is 3. It's 3 issues. That's right. That's right, everybody.
Jasper,
It's
we
12
have
there's only
12
minutes.
12 minutes left. Camel can come on for 12 minutes without you killing Camel.
Yeah, we need him
mean,
to
unless you want
berate
to.
Rob for trying to break Camel and I up with his
What the fuck? He's like,
questions.
Mike, you're completely smashing Camel. Camel's the worst person in the world. He sucks at everything.
Dang.
That's how I read it.
Literally,
That's
just
how
got
I
you 10
interpret-
emails. I spent 20 minutes helping you with your cover problem while I was trying to prep the show,
Oh,
giving you actual artist advice. Fuck Camel. Camel sucks.
but that's how it works, Camel. We can't love each other all the time.
You can just
You better
love me
fucking
all the
love
time.
me. I'll fucking fire you so fucking fast your fucking mohawk will fall off.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
The madness.
About to see Angry Moon. Rob's Robhawk is just gonna like crawl back on his head, go down his back.
These guys be so uncut, and this is
how's-
tame
did you get any
compared
sign-ups today,
to.
Camel? I just posted in the chat. Surely there'll be one person there that can do it for you.
Yeah, you. I had
I
one.
signed
It
up.
was
This
you.
is tame
I
compared
signed
to
up
like
earlier.
the Jack Show and freaking
Kitty. Now that's what it is. He thinks that's
Mailing
paying his
Nation.
dues. Like if I sign up, then I can talk all the shit I want. Let me see. I'll
or
look up.
even the
I'll see.
Ballers.
Oh, Rob, I got a new sign
Baller
up.
Show.
906. That was probably
906.
your pitch.
Well, I tried pitching Camels. I thought it was all right.
You
I
didn't
didn't
really
get-
start. We didn't get past the counting phase.
Right. So there's 3 books. Camel Moon's Boots and Heels issues 0 to 3.
There's 4 books,
1,
Rob.
2, 3.
I got a fun idea for some Comicsgate alter egos, because for some reason, and I know they're 2 different people, but there are a couple of Comicsgaters that they remind me of other YouTubers. So like Shane Davis, for some reason, I don't know, maybe it's the accent, but Shane Davis reminds me of that Umbrella guy with the Southern accent. Maybe it's just me, but when I hear that Umbrella guy's voice, excuse me, when he goes by Tug, he reminds me of Shane Davis. And Cecil, I don't know why, Cecil somehow reminds me of It's a Gundam. So it'd be pretty funny if they came out with like a spoof of Libs trying to figure out the secret identities of the comic skaters. That would be crazy, man. It would be Return of the Revenge of the Isthmus. Madness.
Plus 0.
Uh-huh.
It's not a
Ready?
mathematical equation.
Mike, ready? 4.
Okay. Yep. I get you.
Do you remember that from South Park? Mo says, I'm glad people in the chat aren't judges at the Special Olympics. Holy shit, cut Rob some slack. You know how he is. Guys, this is me. This is what
Yeah,
you
that'd
get.
be crazy,
I'm
right?
sorry.
It said
It's
Jersey and New
very
York.
average.
They
It's
wouldn't
just
like to
how
hear
it is.
that they sound
Mike,
like
promote this book for Camel.
that they sound like, but it's
I
true.
already did that on Camel's show.
Oh, okay, I'll do it then.
It's your
Right.
turn.
So it's four books,
Said, Lord.
right?
Hey,
We've
what's
established
going on,
that.
replicant?
It's 4 books, even though
Very good.
it says
Who
0.
is the
right?
replicant?
It's just the beginning.
What's going
He's
on?
drawn them all. It's a time travel book containing
I don't
story.
know
Is that a question?
you've been here before, but hell,
I know.
Time travel? Maybe.
hell to the
All right.
replicant.
Keep going.
It has Clapback Karen, who makes points and then goes, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that
It has tunnel vision.
they got this thought out
I mean,
too.
the colors are very vibrant, and you can get an exclusive hollow foil cover
Hail to the
Sign up.
replicant.
today.
What's up, man?
It's the best pitch in the history of great
I
pitches.
probably got a
Thank
little
you.
bit
I mean,
left
if
in the
Camel doesn't
stream
have
before I get out of
600
here.
sign-ups,
Yeah, let's
I got a
do
long day
refresh,
tomorrow.
everyone.
there's
Let's
something
see.
wrong.
If I wanted to put some time on the
Mo,
book,
All right.
Mo,
spend
Mo,
it with
very
you fine.
Mo says
Comicsgate, folks.
4 books is more than Rob has ever read, including the
Try to learn some
Replicator.
things.
Ryan says, I'm glad Rob is around to be the bane of Camel's existence. Antoine for 5, much appreciated. If you wanted to raise 100K, do you think a better strategy is to get as many backers as possible or increase the average backer purchase with extras? That's a great question, Antoine. Thanks for asking, actually, a good question. Because, I don't have...
I think once you're already campaigning, it's about giving people options to back at high amounts. Like there's loads of people on Kickstarter who have high backer numbers in the close to 2,000 who make like $30,000 because they're selling a $5 book or something and they don't have any higher tiers or whatever.
I think it always makes sense to sell more to less people than sell less to more people.
Yeah, it's hard to get new people. That's like real tricky. That's like a long-term thing that you're gonna have to do.
They got
but
me on a lot of the
campaign,
high dollar stuff. So
give them options, upsell, because now like they're actually there. I mean, the answer is why not both, of course. But it's like once your campaign is live, I mean, there's not really much you can do about it to get in front of more people. Other than just
the average
you're going to do anyway.
You want to be between $80 and $100. So if you look at like Ripper's campaign, he had over, let's say on average 3 million, and he had 30,000 backers, so that's $100 each, and that averages out for a lot of guys. If you have 200,000, you're going to find that these people had 2,000 backers and so on, and that's usually because it comes out to $100 a person. So like for mine, I had 530 backers and we had $53,000, so that was $100 a person.
I think that's one of the reasons why Ethan is so successful. Like his average dollar amount is, I think it's like $130 a person, and like that's insane, right? If you can do something in that ballpark, you'll have really good success. The other point is too, I think some people fall into this trap by thinking that I'll make my book cheaper, like, really cheap in comparison to other people, and it will bring in heaps more backers. I don't think that's the case. I think there's a limited amount of backers, in the circle for people. So by having a really cheap book, it's not going to get you a ton more backers.
I don't think it's about that there's a limited number of people. I think what it is there are people that have a cap on how much they're going to spend on a book. So you will lose them. So you won't be able to get their support. Even if they really like your book, they're not going to spend that amount of money on a single book. But that doesn't mean that there are others out there that will. You just have to find them. Most of the people who backed my book just backed the book, the single book. And I think that's normal. That's for a lot of people who
sold a book from maybe 35, especially if it's
just a book
high
from
quality
a new creator. Camel's like the outlier because he had all these standees and cool sticker packs and all that sort of stuff, and he had a whole bunch of covers. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
Unfortunately, Rob's horrific pitch worked, and we got 2 more minutes.
Break out the pitchfork.
See what I mean?
We're cracking the Da Vinci Code recently. With like people have been thinking you have to just praise it.
No, shaming.
Shaming and putting it down and dismissing it. That's how you get people to sign up. It's a weird psychological quirk.
Yelling at people, calling them names.
Like, what's the deal with this chick? She's upside down. I mean,
she's in space, bro. There's no.
Is that because she's black?
Maybe Boots
is that because you hate black people?
You got it. He's cracked the code.
Gotta crack the
bad
code.
pitches are the new good pitches, dude. Like I would prefer to hear a bad pitch like this, right? Than a creator just going
a 10-minute
on. Oh yeah, my God, man. It's just like it's the worst.
Yeah, no, because it's true. It's true. You ask your friend, like they see the new Mission Impossible, and you say, "Is it any good?" All you want to hear is, "Yeah, I had a lot of fun."
Right? Yeah, that's true.
You don't want to hear someone sit down and say, "All right,
details."
So in this movie, the Ethan Hunt goes to here, and then there was this guy that you don't want to hear any of that. It's like, is it good?
The only time you want to, The only time you want a breakdown is when it's terrible. And then you're like, tell me everything. I want to know everything that
true,
sucks.
actually. So maybe
Yeah.
that's the psychology. Like we're all hearing all these like people telling us about what's going on, and psychologically we're reminded of our friends telling us how bad movies are. So we get that connotation.
Yeah, maybe we
We're
could
onto
start
something.
selling books.
Reverse
that are terrible.
psychology, man.
Like you gotta read
He's
this
definitely
thing.
put
It's a
the world in
disaster.
reverse.
Trash.
Maybe.
It is funny though, because there has been a book that I've really wanted to read. By all accounts, is terrible. But I just want to read it to see how bad it actually is. Guys, if you're in chat and you're a creator, please remind me if I don't bring up your campaign. I do like to bring them up while we're talking. This is the Embrace 2 by Dean Comicsmate in chat. Bancroft is doing a cover, which is coming along pretty sick, mate. It's actually looking good. That short you did today looks pretty good with the.
Do you want me to bring that up?
Yeah. And you get lots of stuff with it. You get like this hollow foil trading card and this chibi sticker, and there's a toy you can buy. I really like how much effort they're putting into the campaign. I feel like it's going to be a good one, and I hope it does really well for them. Mo says, if bad pitches are the new good pitches, Cerebrum 2 may be the next six-figure campaign. That was brutal and so enjoyable to listen to. Sumo Thori for 10. From the creative mind that's bringing you Hail Salad comes new IP filled with rollicking time-traveling hijinks and riveting nail-biting action. Sign up for Boots and Heels today.
That's good. I like that. Well done. Well done. $10
Boots
sent to the
and
wrong
Heels.
person. That was helpful.
Beautiful. Thank you for that.
What happens when you
Sumo.
need
It was amazing.
both? Boots and heels.
Sumo got us over 200. We're at 236 members now. So thank you, Sumo.
I'm catching up, Camel. You better be.
Only 230 away.
That's it. I'm right on your heels. Yeah, this is going good, dude. It's annoying that you've colored this and you're not coloring my stuff. It's just like painful to look at for me. This is like what could have been for Rob.
Oh, you got your hidden hand in there, huh?
Oh yeah.
I like what you've done with the hands, Mike. They look really crisp and clean and powerful.
So what you got planned for Saturday night?
I don't know what to do. When Rob gives me a genuine
I'm about to get
compliment,
ready for
I'm
bed.
I feel like
I don't know.
you know what I feel like? I feel like
Wish I could
Trebek
stay
in
up,
the
but-
SNL
Yeah,
Jeopardy
yeah.
sketches
It's the
when-
build up for the inevitable teardown.
Yeah, when
Before you were-
what's his name? Sean
and all that
Connery
stuff.
would
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, Trebek.
I'll take the rapist.
You're
I
a
think
good
it's-
friend.
I think it's really sweet
Yeah,
that you
we're
guys
good
think I have
friends.
that much forethought. It's not.
No, it's
accurate.
bullshit. Shut up, Rob. Before Bancroft showed up, you and I were hanging out in my back room, chilling, being friends.
Were we?
Yeah.
Are we
I was-
friends too, Camel? I have two friends. Amazing.
Wow.
Not anymore. You were like,
Dang.
fuck them. I'm going to just talk shit as soon as I can. I'm like,
Fram
what did I
recruit.
do? What did I do?
You are fun to talk shit about though, Camel. to be
Uh-huh.
fair.
I like Mo's comment. Bancroft upgraded his ginger roots to carrots. Yeah, I did.
Ooh.
Oh
All
my
pointy
gosh.
fingers.
Yeah, I like this purple light, Mike. It's a very camel-like move, highlighting the crotchal area,
Yeah.
making you focus on the penis.
There are a lot of crotch shots in my stuff. I don't know why that happens.
Too hot for TV.
It's a very superhero style thing
Yeah,
to show the crotch.
the crotch examination.
Camel, you got anything to add? Because we might wrap it up there, man. Anything you want to?
I wonder.
the good people.
Y'all remember
No,
Jerry Springer Too
Everything's
Hot for
good.
TV?
Sign up. We're at 274. Maybe we get 275 tonight.
Can you
That'd be cool.
find that anywhere
One more
Slow and
person.
steady.
on
Good.
the internet?
Bancroft.
Sign up to the Embrace, sign up to Painted Death, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, all that good stuff.
Mo says, "Come
Follow
on,
me
Rob,
on
give
Twitter.
us a real pitch. Boots and Heels Hashtag not that bad. Thank you, everyone who signed up. We had like 60, 70 people in here, which was great. Such a crazy hour, so it's always great to have so many people in here. Thank you so much. Sign up for the Lucent, sign up for Boots and Heels, all the other books that we showed off. Consider backing it. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I had something else. Oh, yeah. Thank you to everyone who become members and to all the super chats too. That was much appreciated. And, I thought we'd signed off with emotional damage. Enjoy that.
Hey, so yeah, about that. Yeah, who remembers Jerry Springer Too Hot for TV? Because I'm wondering, like, can that be purchased now online? Well, can that be seen on the internet? Because they never said it was too hot for the internet, right? I'm just saying, I want to see the best of Jerry Springer. Those are the good old days of the 90s. That's how I'm looking at it. Y'all tell me. That's pretty much how I'm looking. Without having to go to the Manilas. So, yeah, y'all let me know. Because, that'd be awesome. Let's see. I'm going to try to give about 10 more minutes before I shut everything down here. Never for good. I will always return. Just like the Cat in the Hat. But yeah, hopefully y'all having a great Saturday night. Kudos, shout out to everybody that did stop by and seen all the madness I got going on. And I learned a lot from that stream from Rob the Replicator and Rob Arnold and Michael Bancroft. It was awesome. Like Mike Benzanin, awesome. But yeah, I'm mad I didn't get Replicator, man. And Replicator Remastered, thing looks awesome. Dang. And that's the thing, man. Like, if you don't strike while the iron's hot, or if you don't get it while it's there, I'm like, daggone it. How did you miss that? Holy crap. So, pretty eager to see when that comes back on again. You know what I'm saying? Said, alright, Replicant said, alright, I just subbed to your channel, just randomly found it on Twitter. Hey, greatly appreciated, man. Much love. I'll try to produce as much entertainment as I possibly can. I'm still trying to get this whole, trying to get a baseline for this YouTube thing. Sometimes I don't talk about, or sometimes I'm not doing art. Sometimes I'm not doing, talking about comics. I may be talking about some stuff off topic. But rest assured, I am here to bring to you one day Virgin Kill Paradox, issue number 1, where you see some awesome artwork, beautiful scenes, beautiful fighting scenes. Heck, I grew up playing fighting games, so I'm putting it in there. If you're bored, come drop on in the 80s Smade Consumer channel later tonight. If you're bored, probably be a circus. Let me look that up right now, sir. I gotta get ready to go to bed because I got a lot of tasks to do. Long day tomorrow, so I want to make sure I'm well rested up, and ready to rock and roll for that long day. Made Consumer. So I don't think I'm gonna be
there tonight, but I may have the replay if that's cool, and the next stream I might do. The next stream I'll do. Just sub to yours as well, or just sub to 80s Made Consumer, and that'd be cool. Yeah, we can chat about some stuff. Gotcha, really insane artwork, dude. I'll be keeping an eye out for your work. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. The stuff that I got on Twitter is old. This is how I'm rocking now. So it's taking me some time to really develop this style, and it's still in development. But I think it's off to a great start in this direction. Coming back home to American comics is what I was born to do. My days in manga, well, anime, I loved it, you know, but hey, got to bring it back to the core, you know. And really, I hope to really add some flair, storyline-wise, to maintain a fresh excitement that I learned in anime to American comics, and with it, while keeping the American core. All right, have a good night, Replicant and General Piggy. I'm gonna go ahead and tap out because I think I'm starting to get drawing fatigue here too. So that's a sign that I'm tired. But yeah, we'll definitely catch up next time. I probably will be streaming on Monday. Monday should be a nice long stream, and then we'll get back into it like Monday, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, around there. I do about 3 or 4 streams a week. If I can do more, I will do more. But, you know, I'm trying to keep that balance. So that way I maintain my sanity. That is important for us all. So shout out to everybody that stopped on by. Thanks for supporting the channel. Be sure to share my channel, spread it with others. I do sneak peek my art on here. The good stuff, I don't post much on social media, so this is where it's at, right here. We'll chat, draw, chat, and chill. Brought to you by RW Artstallations and We Comics. We as in OII, not WEED. So y'all take care. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. See y'all Monday.